Alright, we're back. Shoutouts to my internet provider for continuing to be like this. But we're so back. Don't worry about it. Where were we? Oh yeah, being dummy excited about this. My internet just cut out at number 2. So, I believe that was gold leaf. And a decent amount of it. 2, incredibly fine work, probably done in a lead yellow. And then 3, look at all this beautiful, beautiful blue. That's probably not ultramarine, that's probably an azurite blue, which would be much more local to this region. You could get it from Slovakia or Germany. But just incredible work. This is an incredibly stock image, obviously. St. John and the Virgin Mary with the crucifixion. But this is one of the highest quality, detail work backgrounds on this stock scene I have ever seen. And also, look at the artistry on view, with the blood spurts dripping onto Mary's veil. Like, holy shit. Would it be hard to get to Constantinople overland at the time? Yeah, Parisian, you're so right. Not impossible, but that's why I think probably getting it through Italy is more likely. Also, yeah, the color preservation is absurd on this. Notably, the text. Whoa, wait, that's why the text is scuffed. Oh, the text is in gold. That's why you can't read any of it. That's gold leaf. Someone had some serious cash to throw around on this manuscript. And I love that we get a depiction of Jobst out of it. My god. Also, it's long. Whoa. Wait. 187 leaves? Oh, he chonky. 184 with writing, but oh lord, he chonk. A lot of the pages are relatively undecorated, which is kind of surprising, but still. Would this be parchment? Oh yeah, this is 14th. This is from the 1300s. This is parchment, and this is good parchment. Let me get just a regular parchment page off of it. 17 recto, 17 verso. Ooh, we can go full manuscript studies. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. You wanted... Did you want to play the video game today? Sorry, manuscript studies. So, one of the ways that we can definitively say that this is parchment is... can we link this in Discord? I sure can. It's going to be in the marginalia corner because look at all the marginalia. There you go. Anywho, one of the ways we can tell that this is parchment is that the two sides of it are different. Right? So this is 67 recto, which if you have a regular spread is the right-hand page, and 67 verso, so if you flip that over, that's got a reverse. As you zoom in on, in this case, the verso, you can see there's this staining, and some of that is JPEG pixelization, but some of it is also, it looks like there's, pores on this. Right? Look at all the little tiny dots around here. That's not all JPEG pixelization. That is actually dots on the page. This was the outside of the animal. This was the inside of the animal. So this is animal skin that has been processed and stretched. And in this case, given how white it is probably calf skin vellum. So the highest quality parchment, stretched and scraped and scraped and stretched, and then cut to size. And you bind it so that your skin side and your skin side are together, and your hair side, the outside of the animal, and the outside are together. And you'll stitch all those together to create a codex. As you're going, when you're prepping something to write on, you do this. This is called ruling. Typically, this is done with a knife. In this case, it looks like it may have been done with some ink as well. But you're actually going to just scratch your lines with a straight edge into here. And then you simply write on the line. Because why would you freehand something like you need to write smooth and even? That would be stupid and bad. So instead you have this lovely bicolumnar thing. Off you go. This, we can tell from the ruling that there was never an illumination or an illustration intended to go here. If there was, they would mark out a block in the ruling. But they did intend to write on this, and then didn't. I'm not sure why. Ooh, you can also tell that this is parchment because it's damaged. That's been sewn back together. Look at that. God, this is incredible. I love Gothic manuscripts so much. I don't get to spend enough time working with them. So, right, you don't see relics of ruling around this page. Right, you see the prick marks where they would have done the ruling. Oh, no, never mind. I actually have to eat my words here. You can totally see the ruling. There's ruling right there. And right there. Why did they do that? Huh? That's odd. You don't normally see that. It does look like they never did the horizontal ruling, but they marked it like they were going to. That's what this is. You actually punch holes in it at even distances to line up your straight edge with. That's not stitching. The stitching is on the inside. That's so funky. Huh. Well, this is delightful. I adore this manuscript so much. I wish something this fancy shows up in the game. We have not seen anything. We have not seen anything remotely this fancy in the game. And that makes me sad, because look at it and be delighted at how fancy it is. Okay, that's enough of our digression into fans. Let's get back into the game.
Perfectly, my lord.
Did I get distracted? Yes. Is this the content you're here for? Also, yes. What, am I supposed to just talk to you, or am I just supposed to sit down?
My apologies, but we've already eaten, and I wasn't expecting more guests. I wouldn't want to give the impression that I'm feeding you with leftovers.
Not to worry, Sir Peter. The leftovers from the Margrave's table is still a banquet for us. For me, at least. But I'm just a village girl.
I wouldn't have thought it.
Okay, sorry. Look, I know it's rude, but I have to eat something from my own space. I can't imagine a video game more interesting than gleeful manuscript studies. You know, point taken. I appreciate that.
Good wife.
Oh, you would, sir. But don't concern yourself. I don't mind it.
The last few weeks we've been sharing dry bread and stewed peas with a horde of dirty warriors. I seriously doubt that the fare you offer could offend us. I understand. Undoubtedly you've been through a lot. And we've a lot more to face.
Cheese! Cheese. All right, let's take a look at these. Let's take a look at these manuscripts. Look, if we're gonna go full manuscript studies, let's go full manuscript studies. You know? We fast. That was way too fast. Well, that's okay. That's a nice hand. It's not nearly close. I'm not able to get nearly close enough to attempt to decipher it, but it's a beautiful hand. You probably don't see, like, scraps of things quite like this, unless these are supposed to be charters. Unless he was actually doing charters. That's possible. It does look a lot like some of the charter hands I've seen out of Czech manuscripts. I saw one that's at Strahov Monastery in Prague that was by Charles IV. That does have a somewhat similar hand. So it is possible that these are like charters or executives. I unfortunately can't tell if this is written in Latin or in Czech, though. I suspect Czech, but I don't know that for sure.
Nice one.
Tragic. Gamekeeper's letter. Bacon! Bacon! Bacon. What does this gamekeeper's letter say? To the esteemed Peter of Pishak, I would not like to depart this world without informing you of a matter that greatly troubles me. I recently visited the old hunting lodge near Bilani. I was deeply dismayed by its deplorable condition. Once a beautiful and cozy building where you yourself were a frequent guest, it is now left to the mercy of wild animals, overgrown and falling into ruin. I earnestly ask you, if you care at all about the memories of our shared youth, to reach out to the new owner, the monastic authority, to arrange for its restoration. Rinesh, former estate gamekeeper. So, chat, fun fact, there's something wrong with this letter. Does anyone know what it is? Pop quiz time. Slap bacon. Good stuff. Not enough titles? You're on the right track. You've identified the part of it that's wrong. Or one of the parts of it that is wrong. But that was not quite what I was going for. Not in Latin. I mean, this one would probably be in Czech. Like this is a private letter from a gamekeeper to a lord. This is almost certainly written in Czech or German. It shouldn't be folded at all, but right. So the problem is with the salutation at the beginning of the letter. It's also with the signature at the end of the letter. The signature should be at the beginning of the letter. Right? So it would be something like, to the esteemed Lord Peter of Pisek, Rinesh, the former estate keeper of such and such a place, sends love and affection, or equivalent greetings, or this letter. And then the body of the letter, and then it simply ends. Right? The same thing, you see the same thing going back into Roman times, where it's, so-and-so sends greetings to such and such. Like an email. Kind of like an email, but you don't have like a sincerely blah 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 down at the end of it. You just get it out of the way at the beginning. So-and-so sends greetings to such and such, often with some sort of, I, the unworthy, hope through the grace of, send this to you through the grace of God, in hopes that you, in your infinite mercy and goodwill, shall attend to this matter. Blah, 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 blah. But you no longer see it in your 16th century correspondences. That's fascinating. I don't know when that switches. Huh. That's a very fun fact. Alright. Peter, let's talk.
Eat whatever takes your fancy, my friends. You look like you've had a hard journey.
Ah, the journey wasn't so bad, especially compared to what came before it.
Where are you coming from, anyway?
From Trusky.
That's Sir Otto von Burgo's domain. What were you doing there, pray tell?
We were in a castle cellar, talking to an old acquaintance.
My God, how did that happen?
Simple. I'm in the service of Lord Sokol of Lamberg.
Unclear.
Devil, and I had a job to do around Trusky, if you get my meaning.
Absolutely. But it wasn't much of a success, was it?
Actually, it was pretty much. We even took a castle.
Well, more like a small stronghold.
And we nearly got von Berghoff too.
Huh.
And what prevented you from completing that?
That's fascinating, Sacerdos.
Markvart von Aulis.
I know that name. He's the commander of the Prague militia.
He is.
Exactly. And they came with him.
But why would the Praguers send forces to Trusky?
Ah, but they didn't, sir. They weren't sent to Trusky, but here. They just stopped off to visit von Berghoff because he was in a tight situation, and they took him along with them.
Here? To my fortress?
Uh-huh.
Christ almighty.
Not just here, but everywhere where King Wenceslas still has supporters.
And that's also one of the reasons why we're here. We came to warn you. It seems Sigismund's run out of patience. He's going to break the truce and finish off the rebellion while he still has time. So he's convened all his followers in Kuttenberg with von Berghoff and von Orlitz in the lead. It's just a matter of time before the battles begin.
We've got to secure the fortress quickly, stock up on supplies, reinforce the guard and drill the troops. But I'm grateful to you, friends. Wait here. I'll have the best wine I have brought to you. Bring that red from Burgundy right away.
Oh, good. Burgundian reds.
You might want to save some for Jobst.
I'll gladly risk his displeasure for this occasion.
It seems we both have the same opinion of Jobst, eh?
Well, that is, I
Zhizka,
wouldn't dream of disrespecting
decorum.
Margrave. Where do you know?
Decorum.
I don't really know him as such. We merely know each other due to my original trade.
I'll track it out in a moment.
Yes, I've heard of you. They say you used to be, well...
Yes, a bandit. It's no secret, sir. King Wenceslas even put a price on my head once. And Catherine here, she...
I'm sure that's of no interest to the noble gentleman. And anyway, if anyone knows Jobst well, it's Henry here.
The friendly terms is a strong word.
On friendly terms, aren't you?
Well, we only met once, in fact. When he came to see Lord Hanush in Rattay.
Anyway, we're straying a little from the point. As I said, one of the reasons we came here is to warn you. And the other reason goes by the name of Hinnek, the Dry Devil. Where is he?
Well, he was here for a while.
Uh-huh.
At my invitation.
He's been captured by Otto von Berghoff and Margaret von Aulitz.
So he's no longer here? Thanks.
So he's somewhere in the vicinity of
Where did he go?
I couldn't say.
the enemy camp.
Didn't part quite on the best of terms.
That's quite normal for him. Don't take it to heart, sir.
I had no issue with him. It's more about Margrave Jobst. When he met Hinnek, he was
Jobst.
disturbed.
Disturbed? Why?
Well, let's say, after an exchange of opinions, they agreed it would be best if they saw as little of each
Wait,
other.
we're not wearing our
I'm
glasses.
sure if you're interested in the
Wait, hang on.
the Margrave
We've made a
will
terrible
speak for
mistake.
himself.
I'd be very surprised.
Why is Jobst taking such risks? He almost put himself in Sigismund's reach.
Wait, I've made a terrible. We aren't wearing our silly little
Do what
glasses.
He's been doing all his life. Scheming.
One could put it that way. He's seeking allies amongst the undecided lords, and winning over to our side some of the ones who've sided with Sigismund so far.
He wants to make deals with turncoats?
Yes.
Alas, that's the way it goes in politics. The majority leans towards the side where they expect the least problems.
What's
Just
odd-
between us, I'm not too pleased myself about Jobst's strategy.
Right,
I'm
Jobst is
unlocked.
Moravian, so it makes sense that he's interested in this. But he's like being really active right now. Instead of taking care of his lands in, Luxembourg and the other side of the Holy Roman Emperor or the Holy Roman Empire in Brandenburg, around modern Berlin. Right, he is managing about 20% of the lands of the Holy Roman Empire, in addition to being the Lord of Moravia. So, like, should be a little bit busy right now. But, the current Holy Roman Emperor, Rupert, is not in the best of health, so he'll die in about 1410. And Sigismund of Hungary and Jobst of Luxembourg will be the two primary electors. Václav is going to be the one who cast the deciding vote for Jobst. Moravian, so he should have a Scottish accent. Correct. You understand perfectly.
What was Dry Devil doing here, anyway?
Waging war, if you can call it that. He ambushed 3 of Sigismund's supply caravans and a troop of Cumans in these parts alone. It made me a little nervous. If anyone found out he was hiding out here, in the end, it was Jobst himself who sorted it out. He told Hynek he had to stop because he was interfering with his plans.
What do you think about all of this, sir? Sigismund, Wenceslas, Jobst?
Yeah.
What kind of question is that?
I mean, we did make up a little bit about how Luxembourg...
No, that's not how I meant it.
Henry here sometimes forgets to weigh his words, sir.
That's all right. To be frank, we all know that King Wenceslas isn't the great man his father Charles was. But that is the way of the world. History is full of kings who didn't know how to wear the crown.
He's so
Blood running in their
chill.
veins is more important than what's in their heads. He's not a capable ruler. What of it? In my opinion, kingship is above all a guarantee of divine peace. A sovereign's greatest asset is his legitimacy.
This is actually
The
so...
sovereign is truly bad. If he's mad, say.
I'll put it this way.
Huh.
Nobody lives forever, lad.
Least of all bad kings. Isn't that right, sir?
So,
Huh.
what about us?
That's
What do we
such
do
a
now?
good
The
argument.
Margrave will certainly want to talk to you. But the earliest he'll be back at the fortress will be tomorrow.
That's such
I
a
hope
good...
until then, you won't refuse my offer of a bed for the night.
Just an offer. So you'd let us leave if we wanted to.
Well, the Margrave did ask me to look after you until he returns. For the
Offer.
sake of security.
Whose security?
Good question. Yours, I expect.
Ah, so be it. I couldn't take another
You haven't been
step
taking
anyway.
any steps.
Thank you for the warm welcome, Lord Pisek.
It's the least I could do, lad. My fortress is open to all the king's supporters, even if that does make it a bit crammed.
Sir, there's still one more thing we came for. Lord von Bergov is holding my lord, Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, hostage. And we also have to warn Jobst's ally, John of Liechtenstein. Do you know anything about those two?
Sorry, I don't. I didn't even know von Bergau had come here until you told
Uh-huh.
me. And I've heard nothing about Lord Liechtenstein.
Which is actually good news. If he'd been caught and executed, the word would be all over the region.
Yeah.
So there's a strong hope he's alive.
I suppose I ought to get to bed.
Also, where can
Where
you
can I
wash
sleep,
up?
sir?
I had some chambers prepared for all of you. Yours is right here in the palace. Cross that corridor and go up the stairs. You can't miss it. There's a garland above the door. But first, eat your fill. All of you. And maybe you'd like to bathe before going to bed. I told my servant Susanna to prepare baths
Yeah,
for you.
baths.
Baths are in the little house in the
Baths.
courtyard, right next to the well.
Baths. Hello,
What
Eris.
happened at Nebakov?
You're asking me?
No, of course. I know you weren't there, but maybe you heard something. I only remember that diabolical shot.
Also, we got blasted by a cannon.
That must have been really terrible. I'm afraid all I know is when they took the fortress, Von Aulitz's men. I'm sorry.
Oh, jeez.
There was this healer.
A girl of yours?
No, I don't know her well. But she was very kind to me. I suppose now.
Poor girl. May God forgive her sins. You have to live every day like it's going. That's all you can do in our trade.
Tragic.
Do you know if Michael, the adjutant, survived?
I'm afraid I do know. Zizka said the shot killed him on the...
Did you know him?
Aye. He was a good man.
This is tragic.
Not now.
Thank you.
I'm sorry I can't tell you more.
No, that's all right. What do you plan?
What do you think?
Fair enough.
That's a good plan.
You too.
And dialogue. Alright. Well, we have eaten good. We ate some of our own food. We ate some of his food. We've got some chicken. I think we should go take a bath, because baths are important. Anyway, we also, I remember we had a thing to look at. A 16th century letter to see how that's going to change. Oh, wow. That changes so much. That looks nothing like... Firstly, that hand is gorgeous and I hate it. Actually, that's actually shockingly legible. I'm expecting loop year nonsense. Fewer things to see. Right? No, I was expecting this to be completely illegible in its beauty. But no, that's actually legible. Good for it. I mean, that part, down at the bottom here, not so much. But that's like Dominus Deus. Fascinating. But yeah, in the Middle Ages, letters were not done like that. So that's neat. Also, we are fully, like, wild... Okay. Priorities? Hang on. Oh, we've got things to do in every category right now. Don Luis de Veco. Okay. Carrying capacity increased by 20 pounds. That sounds great. We've got things in everything. Fall damage reduced. Hello, guess who's awake due to the month? Good to see you, AC. We had a distraction by manuscript studies. Sneak better. After the experience we just had sneaking, we've got to be better than that. Energy will increase, sprint faster, consume stamina. Slower. And speech. Use a battle cry, ladies man, meh. Hustler. Alright, battle cry it is. That's just free combat strength. For, like, absolutely nothing. Look, the glasses gave him some insight, right? We're only... Why are we not wearing our pants? What is the point of having a fancy outfit if we're not wearing the fancy outfit? Also, not wearing our... Our entire outfit has been absolutely messed up. We have got to be not doing this. No. The fitted coat's okay. Oh, that's our regular coat there. I see. Merchant's coat. Yep. We have a better merchant's coat there. Or a better ordinary coat there. So in that case, we want the... Don't care about that. Want the long gambeson underneath that. We need to be wearing legs. Like, come on. Be wearing actual legs, please and thank you. Working boots are fine. Or simple shoes are also fine. Our silly little glasses. Check. And a boring silver ring. And this is looking good. That outfit's put back together. Why are we not wearing a, like, coat over the top of... Coat of arms, surcoat, okay. The riding Waffenfrock, better. How did our things get this messed up? How did our whole outfit get this scuffed? What were we doing? And then, our fancy outfit. We're going to switch up our fancy outfit. Chat, I know it's weird. It's going to feel so weird. We're going to be wearing a different fancy outfit, okay? Don't freak out. You hear me? We're not going to freak out about it. Panic! Where did our good courtier's boots? Thank you. All right, brace yourself for the new outfit. We're still working on it. We're going to get it put together. It's going to be so cool. We're going to be so happy about it. And there seems to be a lot. Where are my pouch and my belt? Am I blind? Knight's pouch. Thank you. Hunter's belt. Thank you. Gotta wear some spurs to show how fancy you are? You are so right. Godwin's ring. And our spectacles. And our rowel spurs. That looks sufficiently fancy. What do you think? Oh, wait, we're using our longsword right here. Well, the longsword's great. That's not right. That's not right for here. Not right now. No, a shorter, more carryable sword. And our regular, we're trying to hide out who we are. And we've got our big fancy. And we should have our pouch, yes. Belt, yes. Ash hunting bow, yes. Godwin just left and went back to Ratai. Don't worry about it. Hello, yes.
What do you need, sir?
Show me your wear.
Well, that wasn't quite what I meant, but, you know, that's fine. Ooh, perfume. Yes, thank you. And 2 soap. I've got a little bit of cash, so I'm not too stressed. And a couple of bandages. We used a lot of bandages out of the last thing.
I'd like to discuss...
Aye. Fine. Happy to be of service, sir.
Lady Jewish with a star on her outfit? I don't think so. No, that looks like that's just jewelry. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it does look like that's just jewelry. Anyway, how's our fancy outfit? Chat? How's the vibe? I mean, color-wise, we're a bit chaotic. But the overall judgment feels pretty good.
What a view!
We have a silly hat, so you think it's acceptable. Understandable.
Yes, sir. I prepared the
It's a good walkie-about town outfit. And we have some perfume to wear with it now.
Thank you.
You needn't thank me, sir. And now, if...
There we go. We have now been washed. We feel good. Very new money feel to it. True. Well, I mean, new money is kind of our definition, right? We were a blacksmith's son in a tiny rural village a matter of months ago. So that seems actually eminently reasonable. That doesn't seem right. Is there a stairs up somewhere? Is there more stairs up on this side? No. Where are we at the moment? We are in the fortress of Sukdol. And with the fortress of Sukdol, good day. We have met the head of mints for the entirety of Bohemia. Oh, no, that is someone else's place. Garland above the door. And so, ooh, we can read a book. Yes, so we are now in the area around Kutnahora. And we are going to get to explore the city as soon as the plot opens up to us. Young woman. Uh-huh. Oh, I know this story. This takes place around Prague. The Maiden's War is a famous folklore piece for the mountains around Prague. I believe around when the Przemyślids are coming to power. There's some serious delay for the chat box? Oh no. Really? Wait, really? It looks up to date on my end. Streamlabs, what are you doing? Oh good, we have a privy just there. Oh good, it spits out into the void like it should. And nap time. Sleeping for 12 hours. Yeah, that's actually fair and reasonable. Good for us. Hot take, that hole is too big. That hole is too big. I don't think that's a hot take. I think that's just a statement of fact. I'm glad it exists, that it spits out into open air like it's supposed to. Oh, good. Trauma flashbacks. Oh yeah, we killed Ishvan Toth, the big bad from the previous game, who stole our the sword that our dad made for our dad. And we said everything was fine.
So you got your revenge? Father.
We're definitely...
Better? It did. So what comes next?
Great question. We're working on that. Saving the world, I think.
Mark von Aulitz is next.
Oh no, sorry. More revenge.
Then von Burgov.
No, Henry. Henry.
Is that what you really want, son?
Henry.
No matter how many people you kill, you can't change what's happened.
See, I'm actually not a big... I don't think it's true that most people had second sleep in the Middle Ages.
That's what I want.
Are you sure, Henry?
All you've seen thus far from this game is Henry X Hand's fan art. True. There are no heterosexual readings of this homosociality. Henry's going full kind of Monte Cristo.
What's happening? Why are you waking me up? You again?
Yes, the Margrave is calling for you, sir. You and the other gent.
You mean Zizka?
I suppose. I don't know what his name is.
Arcanist, she might just have a stutter, which would be incredibly based.
Tend to his wounds.
And what about Catherine?
That's the good wife who arrived with you? I don't know. I think I saw her with our captain.
Ugh. Very well. I'll go now.
Before you go, I brought you something for breakfast. In case you're hungry. Oh, have I been too bold?
No, definitely not. Thank you. Do you need anything else?
No, sir.
So, why are you standing here?
You haven't dismissed me, sir.
I'm not a nobleman. You don't have to stand on ceremony.
You are fine tuned to suspicion that, yeah.
Since you're a guest of the Margrave, sir.
Right, I can't tell if she's just, you know, an anxious human being, which would be fair and reasonable, or if she has a stutter, which would also be fair and reasonable. All options actually... Oh! Look at how beautiful it is. A sink. And a chest, which presumably we can stick some of our... Yep, all of our stuff has traveled with us. Which is awesome, and I appreciate... Oops. Player. We should put some of our random crap in here, because, you know, reasons. Books. We will transfer, 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 transfer. We'll save these ones because we haven't read them yet. And you know, that's reading. We should still celebrate the defenestration from last stream. So real. Marginalia moment. Chat, you know what to do. We participated in the glorious tradition of throwing noblemen we dislike out of windows. Pick your emotes. Let us celebrate the occasion. Marginalia spam. Yeah. We can be so smug about this. Look at them go! There are so many of them. For anyone who doesn't know or is not a subscriber to the channel, all of our emotes are based on historical art, largely from the European Middle Ages. Not exclusively. We've got pretty good spread around here. Everywhere from modern Myanmar to Malaysia to Ethiopia to the 20th century. 20th century counts, right? To Khmer. A lot of Southeast Asian manuscripts, actually. Or Southeast Asian material. I'm realizing. This isn't a complaint, this is just an observation. Look at them spin. Wonder who influenced that. Could it be anyone important? No, totally. Actually, this was a team effort. We stumbled upon a lot of stuff. You gave us a bunch, and then like the cat was just, we were doing other content, and then we came across it, and we loved him. But yes, we are the Chad Virgin Mary. We are punching the extremely not Chad, the devil Ishvan Toth in the face because we're cool like that. All right. Thank you for celebrating this marginalia moment with us. What else can we put in here? We want to sell off a lot of this stuff. Oh wait, we're not over encumbered now. Never mind, we're so good. Sorry. Sorry, Gerta. I'll happily talk with you, but we've got work to do. We've also got a side quest. Why do we have a side quest? I don't know that I want to have a side quest. Oh, Peter. Good day. That was not helpful. Mutt! Mutt, you're a little bit phased into a wall. I can't pet you if you do this.
You're my doggy, eh?
Yeah!
You see, meine Dame? We aren't idle. My man trained like that every day.
Admirable. If Sigismund and his army happen to turn up, we'd have 2 warriors.
But why would he come here?
Great question.
Hello, the worth Henry of Skalitz. I'm just holding a discussion with the captain here about his desolate fortress.
That's not how I'd put
I'm
it.
easily
In the end,
I'm easily
as my
distracted, Kieran.
grandfather said, the
Uh-huh.
status of a castle is measured by its garrison, and mine is one of the best in the region. What do you say, lad?
Aye. I have to admit, this
As they're getting absolutely battered.
come up against them in battle.
I get the feeling you'd run.
Leave him be, meine Dame.
Now look here. I was just...
Ja?
Do you fancy yourself a knight?
Komm, Junge. We'll stuff your clothes with... Pulkak! The first to...
Come on, you gotta try harder than that.
Mercy! Leave me be!
You're gonna have to try a lot harder than that. Well?
Excellent, Henry.
Ah, it was nothing.
Gut gemacht. You have my admiration. You really are good with the sword.
Right, the Meisterhau animations are very good. The rest of the
You should
combat is
receive some
silly,
kind of reward for that feat.
And what rewards would you have in
but
mind?
I was
also
reading
Catherine is so
Saddlebags,
smart.
and I remembered I took a small memento from Trotsky.
Catherine is so
What is it?
smart.
A hunting crossbow. I was meaning to say...
My word. I better go and find Zizka. The Margrave.
I saw Zizka next to the stables. There was some girl hanging.
Do you want to come with us to see Jobst?
Not really. I have a feeling we'll have to leave soon.
Why?
A woman's...
Yeah, that's fair.
I apologize.
Okay, you apparently have another quest for me?
How's it going, Captain? Do you have any work for me?
Sehr interessant. I thought...
What of it? So
Yeah,
is there
we
anything
are
you need
helping
a hand with,
Zizka,
Frenzel?
but we are also freelancing and bad at saying no.
Paid ransom for us to the Chaiskel-Cherten. There is peace here.
Uh-huh.
Fortunately. Aber warte. Actually, there is one thing.
Ja.
You ought to have a word with our huntsman Dobrosch.
An
Might
Aufgabe.
have eine Aufgabe.
Aufgabe. Why do I keep doing that?
Someone poached a
I
white
see
roebuck in his
AU,
territory.
and I go,
White roebuck? That's a rare sight.
Yeah, and Dobrosch takes it as a personal offense. So go easy on him.
not
Just
more
do-
poachers.
What exactly do you mean?
Just ask him if there's anything new happening in his territory, and wait until he tells you himself. Oh, yeah. He really doted on that creature. Und das war alles. I don't have anything else.
All right. Thank you.
Modern fan
I'll
service.
ask around.
It is in fact modern fan service. Less that the amount of cleavage unacceptable is unacceptable, and more that it's just not particularly attested in illustrations. You see, they took the anime school of bilingualism. It is a little bit, yeah. They go extra hard on poachers, don't they?
The battlements of Laxenburg Castle.
Lord above! From the wolves! And were you
I mean, that man is probably German. Right. I mean, that man probably is German. Yeah, I mean modern German instead of 15th century German, but you know, that's fine. Don't drink from the bathwater, Mutt. You know better than
Have
this.
a drink too, now and again.
I mean, the VA, definitely. Did you hear the accent? It would not. A lot of the voice actors are Czech and German, but also the character is supposed to be German. So it would be a bit odd.
Someone
Oh, you usually get it wrong in the script itself? Oh, good point.
Someone else.
That one I don't know. Whether they had a native speaker proofread. Though, they didn't have native English speakers proofread the localization. So... Mutt's been doing a good job feeding himself, but,
Mutt! Here you go. Take it.
he can have our good bacon. The English is checked within the presentation, yes. There you go, Mutt. But yeah, there's a few places where, especially in the codex, where it's quite clear that it's a Czech translation. Let me see if I can find what. Firstly, the hypercorrection of transitions is very Czech, but there's a few places where I've listened to it that's been like, oh, this is a Czech translation.
Of the sort I ran down, but
They did translate to Catholic.
Like
they did do that. I forgot they did that. That was very funny.
My head and cracked it open on a stump. An inch or two off, and I'd have lost that eye.
How are things, Captain?
What do you think? I've seen better days. And you, youngster?
Yeah, not so great.
You never know it from how fancy we look, though.
Battered.
Just wait until you've been through as much as I have.
I doubt I'll ever live long enough to be as battered as you.
Ha! Looking at you, I've no fear of that.
We have the codex. We can simply look it up.
You know how old I am?
I don't know. From how you look?
You might be surprised. War leaves its mark on a man. But enough.
He's in his... He's not quite 50 at this point.
That's why I'm here. They're expecting us. I wanted to take Catherine along too, but she said she'd rather get the horses ready.
She's doing the right thing, and you better run ahead and greet the Margrave. I'll join you shortly.
Are you expecting trouble?
I always expect trouble. Jobst has turned coats more times than I can count. And the way things are these days, I'd rather have horses standing by, even on a visit to my parents.
You're not close to your parents, so that would be a bit of a trek. His parents live near Pilsen, on the other side of the country.
What about that dry devil of yours? Did you find out where he went?
No, nobody asked him where he was going, but it seems they're hoping...
He does not look like a pre-modern 50, you don't think he looks younger than your dad? That's fair. But yeah, he's 60 and 14-15, so he's like 45, somewhere between 45 and 50 right now.
Might know where he is.
He might.
Alright. We're gonna talk to... Thanks, Jobst. Go to the banquet hall for the audience. Nothing bad will happen here. Nothing bad at... Mutt, stay here. I love you dearly, but stay here. Hi, Gerta.
The Lord be with you. What brings you here?
How are you, dear good wife?
All the better for being greeted so respectfully. But I hope my husband didn't hear you. He's terribly jealous and he could have you whipped. He's the
Oh dear.
I beg your pardon, my lady. I'm asking because I've just arrived and I'd like to know more about this region.
If it's mercenary work you're in, you'll have to ask elsewhere.
Fair enough.
You wouldn't happen to know where Lord Hinnek of Kunstad went, would you?
I don't know, but I hope as far away as possible.
He nearly punched the Margrave? That's very funny.
What? How did that happen?
A respectable woman doesn't talk about that kind of thing.
That's so
But
funny.
if it hadn't been for my husband, he'd... God be with you.
We also have gotten a couple of skill points. Speech. We have the options of Dreaded Warrior. If you use Battle Cry. We'll do that because we already have Battle Cry, so that just makes it let's do it more. Right. And then 2 skills, Horsemanship. I guess we'll do that even though we really don't use our horse for anything. Our horse is to get to the battle, not to use in the battle. Pebbles is not a war horse. I see. Oh. We have contemplative. We have fundamentals of law. Medieval law consists of territorial, municipal, and canon or ecclesiastical law. Therefore, it's crucial which jurisdiction a particular dispute or its participants belong to. Additionally, the more localized the dispute, the more local customs, practices, and traditions come into play. Precisely this that your nimble tongue and sharp intellect can often exploit. My imperial law fun facts will save the day again. Medieval medicine is based on knowledge and writings of ancient philosophers, especially Galen, Avicenna. We're calling Avicenna ancient? Game. I mean, yes, I suppose by 1400 he's not exactly, recent news. But putting him in the same sentence as Galen and Hippocrates is a take. Yeah, let me... He takes some explanation. Avicenna is an Abbasid philosopher, so his name is actually Ibn Sina. But he, along with Ibn Rushd, or Averroes, become incredibly important in the sort of late 13th, early 14th century mini-Renaissance that also produces like Thomas Aquinas in Europe, based on the translation movements out of text taken from Toledo in the 11th century. So he is incredibly important. It's kind of the first major reinterpretation of Aristotelian thought in the Islamic world. I say first, but really the first hyper-impactful one. Pretty much everyone after Avicenna is working from Avicenna and trying to build on him. Toledo mentioned. Toledo so important. Specifically, the burning of Toledo. So, we have to go over to Spain for this one, because this is how all these texts get introduced to Europe. Cordova and Toledo, Cordova, Seville, and Toledo would be kind of the three major cities to know about for the importance of the collapse of the Umayyad Caliphate in Spain. In 1070, Alonso X sacks the city, capturing it from the Islamic ruler, and raids its libraries. There's an awful lot of books written there in Greek and in Arabic, and so these get rapidly distributed. Jewish communities, especially Jewish communities in England of all places, end up being really influential for the translation of these from 1070 into the mid-12th century, and this provides the first major new commentaries on Aristotle in medieval Europe since the 5th century. Right? The first major reinterpretation of Neoplatonic and Aristotelian thought since, like, Boethius. To call this impactful would be an understatement. The Toledo School and the continuing translation and commentary movements in Spain and the rest of Western Europe, and the networks that both Latinate, monastic, and Jewish communities provided to disseminate that knowledge, are crucial for the founding of the European University and the entire system of education that builds around it. So by the 15th century, Avicenna is basically along Avicenna, Averroes, and Maimonides are basically church fathers, which makes very little sense if you actually think about it, but they didn't, so why should we? They're a big deal. And it's fun to see them mentioned, but he's only 500 years old, which puts him at 500 years younger than Galen. So calling him ancient is a bit of a stretch. It's fun. I like Avicenna a lot. He's difficult to read, but I like him a lot. Alright, Yost, my man.
Henry. Where's Captain Zizka?
He got held up.
I received a report lying in the camp of my dear cousin Sigismund, so I assume the negotiations at Trotsky didn't go too smoothly.
No, sir. I don't have good news for you,
He
I'm afraid.
is a Prince Elector of the Holy Roman Empire. He is allowed to have a fancier hat.
So what happened with von Berghoff at Trotsky?
Just a random thought, but can you Greekicize Ibn Sina to Sinanid? No, because it's... The reason why he's Maimonides is he's Moshe ben Moshe, right? I don't think you can do that. I don't know for sure. I don't know enough Greek to be able to answer that question. Oh, yeah, duh. Ben Maimon. Maybe you could. I don't know. You'll never be as cool as Moses Maimonides, though.
Berghoff had no interest in our message. By the time we finally arrived at Trotsky, he'd already long since made a deal with Sigismund. But of course, he didn't tell Sir Hans and me anything. And on top of that, he used us to do his dirty work. Everything went to hell in the end, and we ended up in a dungeon. Or at least I did. They took Lord Capon away. In fact, that's why we're here. We were following von Berghoff's trail.
So I've heard. But I'd be interested to know the details. It's been...
God, Jobst is so fancy.
Since our meeting in Ratai.
Jobst is so fucking fancy. Look at this man.
Side of a quite unexpected guest.
He's got the big giant ultramarine overcloak with his heraldry plastered on the back of it so no one can escape him. Never heard about Avicenna before until just now, right? He kind of gets alighted in modern education, but then again, modern education sucks at dealing with the Middle Ages in general. But yeah, he's a big fucking deal, and I love him dearly.
An unexpected guess.
Yes, of course, I've heard of Zizka before. And of his unconventional ways of supporting our king. But I don't know where you know him from.
We met outside Trotsky, in rather complicated circumstances.
Right, that's...
swords. I can only thank God we didn't kill each other.
And who was giving Zizka orders? Do you know?
I have no idea, sir.
That's a pity. I would be very keen to know.
Forgive me, my lord, but how is it possible you don't know? Aren't you all on the same side?
Bear in mind that my dear cousin, His Majesty King Wenceslas, has many supporters. And each of them has their own ideas about
his dear cousin, who he loves, and his dear cousin, who he hates. Which one is which?
I understand. Seems complicated.
Great question.
On the contrary, it's all quite simple. If I could get them all together in one banquet hall, give them their fill of wine and venison, they'd come to an agreement on the spot. Let's move on. I heard something about a pillory and poaching.
Oh dear.
What in God's name did you and Sir Hans get up to?
I'm gonna snooze some ads for us.
Things went wrong right from the beginning. We were ambushed, and we lost the letter. Lord Capon and I were lucky to get out of it alive. But no one at Trotsky believed that we were messengers.
Von Berghoff refused to aid a nobleman in need.
Indeed.
That seems pretty low for a man of his stature.
Well, to be honest, Lord Capon didn't really look much like a nobleman. We were ambushed while bathing in a pond, and then we fled through the woods. So we really look like a pair of beggars.
Ah, that must have been a peculiar feeling for Lord
Capon handled it very, very poorly.
Not only for him, sir. I may be just a bastard, but that doesn't mean I'm used to begging at castle gates dressed in rags.
Believe me, I didn't intend in the least to make...
We passed a very hard check. Look at how cool we are.
In any case, are you sure there's nothing else you want to tell me?
That's all that happened, sir.
Truly. My court messenger and bearer of tidings, both good and bad, John of Liechtenstein, has mysteriously gone silent.
Archness,
so
that's an
every piece of
incredible story.
information I get now is precious. By the way, you said you were in von Bergoff's dungeon, and I can imagine how they treated you there. Tell me, did you reveal anything?
Well, they asked questions, yes. But I was counting on that, and prepared myself for it.
How did you prepare yourself?
Well, I mainly told them things I was pretty sure von Bergov already knew. Like that Radzig is a supporter of Wenceslas, that you and I met in Ratai.
And was he satisfied with that?
Not
I don't
particular.
think he expected anything more from a simple servant of Lord Capon.
That's true. I must say, Henry, you've pleasantly surprised me.
We're just so chill
You can keep
at
a
dealing
cool
with
head
literal
for
and
around
metaphorical
the
fires.
bends. You'll make it far.
Unfortunately, we
News.
won't.
You're free to go if you want. But I would be glad if you stayed at the fortress. As soon as it's possible, you can join a legation heading for Rattay. I'm sure you already want to go home.
We also threw a man out of a window. Indeed. The addition of Margrave Prokop. Oh, that should be fun.
Sir, that's a generous offer, and I appreciate it.
God, we literally have every color under the sun on our outfit, don't we?
Here, I'll be glad, of course. I need someone to escort my envoys, and you've proven yourself more than capable.
It's Lord Capon, Your Grace. I came to find out where he is, and rescue him.
A noble thought. But you mustn't worry about Lord Capon.
It makes sense, he is a chicken.
Has him trapped in a gilded cage.
But I made a promise, sir.
I understand, but honestly, Lord Capon is now safer than you or I. The most sensible course now is to wait for the ransom demand.
Jobst is typically correct here. By the way, Jobst would be correct here that...
Captain Zizka. Henry and I were just discussing Lord Capon.
The outfits are a whole... Look,
He's in no danger.
fashion studies in the Middle Ages is popping off right now, and I love it dearly.
I wanted to talk to you about something else. I suppose you're wondering why your friend Hinnek, also known as the Dried Devil,
Right.
isn't here?
One of the things this game does the best is the role clothes play in social status.
him asylum.
Asylum is for those in distress, Captain. Hinnek.
We
came
don't
to
know yet,
burn
I see.
and pillage. I have quite different plans.
And what might those be, Margrave? Sitting and talking.
We're gonna
while
bust
King
him out in a
Wenceslas
couple
rots
of
in a
months.
dungeon.
Vaslav will be out of jail in like a month. Don't worry about him.
Not so long ago, you were conspiring with Sigismund against Prokop, your own brother.
It would
Yeah.
be futile trying to explain to you the intricacies of the Luxembourg's dynastic politics.
This is true. I've tried. I have no idea how they work.
That was what was called for in the situation. But I assure you that I am now acting in the best interests of this country and of King Wenceslas.
You're acting first and foremost in your own interests.
Zhizka, don't be a
Everyone knows that.
dickhead.
Strong words coming from a man who earns his bread by killing merchants on the
You're
road.
not... Right?
No offense intended. I applaud your art. The pen is mightier than the sword, but there are times when it's vice versa.
And I love that he's doing work while in the banquet chamber,
Enter.
while having an audience. And that all of this simultaneously exists.
Good. It's high time. I expect the captain was about to leave anyway. Are you not?
With pleasure.
And you, Henry?
Me? Well, sir, I made a promise.
I understand. I won't attempt to keep you here by force. But bear in mind, I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund, which gives us time to get ready. And if anyone should disrupt my plans,
God, he has so much presence.
Violence, there will be consequences.
Jobst has so much presence.
I consider this matter closed. Farewell and good luck.
The whole team with Jobst put in some serious work. I'm so happy with it.
I get the feeling Jobst didn't make a great impression on you. Are we leaving?
Yeah. And Henry's going with us.
Wait, you'll help me find Capon?
Sure. But we'll need people for that. And information.
Also, Zizka is no slouch.
Job for you.
Yes?
Go to Kuttenberg. Find out what happened to Liechtenstein. If anyone knows what's going on in this godforsaken country, it'll be him. In the meantime, we'll go and find Dry Devil and his band.
Good luck. I'd go all the way to Rome to spy if it kept me away from the devil.
Let's go.
Also, the way Catherine has her dress pinned up, magnificent. Very small detail. One that would be very easy to not do, but I'm so glad they did.
Stay close. The devil doesn't know you, but he should recognize me, even like this, unless he's too drunk.
What is your plan, anyway? Go from village to village, hamlet to hamlet, until we find him?
That won't be necessary. We just have to visit places where you can get booze.
So all the taverns and dens in the region?
If it comes to that.
I'm up for that.
Don't get your hopes up.
No, Sacerdos, it's exaggerated. Well, they're definitely less prudish than we like to imagine. And there are some fairly low-cut depictions in artwork. I would say it's kind of more... That's one of the more Red Fairy parts of the designs.
Someone who knows something about him. That's where I'd go.
Sounds like a good place to start. And if we find the devil, what then?
If we're really to step on Sigismund's toes, we need capable men.
Uh-huh.
And the devil's capable. Of anything, really.
I'm not sure what the three of us can achieve.
Hinek's not alone.
Uh-oh. So what... Bandit...
That's what his band is called.
What bunch of bandits are we about to deal with here?
And what do you have in mind when you say step on Sigismund's toes?
Agreed, AC. Agreed.
What about Liechtenstein and Capon?
The same thing we did to von Berghoff. But don't worry. It's going to take a lot of time before we're ready. In the meantime, hopefully Catherine will find out where young Liechtenstein is hiding. If his spy network really lives up to the legend, he'll surely know where they're keeping young Capon.
I just hope Sir Hans is all right.
Why wouldn't he be? He's the Lord of Perkstein. He's of no use to them dead.
Very
if I
true.
don't bring him back to Hanush alive, I might as well hang myself. Anyway, how much farther is it?
Still a long way to go. Shall we speed up?
No.
The road's quiet. The surroundings are pretty. Why rush? At least we won't be so conspicuous.
If you say so.
I mean... Look, I want to see the map. Okay, the map is actually... It's big, but it's not that big. Same size as the last one. But yeah, right? Fashion, of course, in a historical game has two different goals. One, to tell you something about the characters. And two, to reflect the styling and goals of the period. And for the most part, I think they do a really good job, actually, navigating that, with the exception of Henry. Right? They want to give the player freedom of expression, and that means Henry is able to kind of be a social chameleon in a way that's very improbable. And they have to kind of fudge the whole economy in order to accomplish that. Like, it's actually a very big deal how much they have to fudge their literal, their monetary, and their cultural economies in order to allow Henry, the player, to have...
Speed up. We won't get there before dark like this.
What's the matter? Don't you want to enjoy the scenery?
Right. Why hurry? There's plenty of time.
Uh-huh. I want to enjoy the scenery. I don't want to fast travel. I want to enjoy Bohemia. Because Bohemia is gorgeous. And that, you know, wear fancy hats. Exactly. And I think actually a lot of the monetary confusion, right, as we've looked at the price list over and over again, this monetary economy in this game makes no goddamn sense. And really, I think it's just because they want to make prices impactful but affordable for a lot of the, you know, stuff. A lot of the stuff going on in this game in terms of fashion, in terms of player expression, in terms of combat. And they just contort everything else to fit. Which is not right, but they do enough. They do enough to really make this the social economies of status work, that I'm willing to be more lax with it now that we're deep in the plot than I was at the beginning. At the beginning, when we were operating on a very small scale, the problems with it really stand out a lot more, which is kind of backwards. But now that we're, like, out here in the deep of the plot and we're navigating really high and really low on the social food chain, it works a lot. I think it works a lot better. Is it because they expect the players to not know how to interface with the pre-modern economy? We did discover, pretzels.
What a cheap.
It was not as bad as the first game, but they are still overpriced. Instead of being a week's worth of wages, they're 3 days worth of wages. Sad. Alright, how are we... What is... Oh, right. There's all sorts of fun stuff that happens in these cutaways. Well, this is remarkably... Snail. Look at him. They're best friends. They're so cute together. Look at them. So there's Miskovitz. Where's Kutenberg? Where's Kutenberg proper? I wish to see this city. We're just gonna run main plot, by the way. Like, I'm not gonna focus on side quests unless there's something really interesting or we meet someone really important. Like, say... What's his face? We actually haven't met him yet, so I don't remember his name. Musa? I want to say it's Musa because, you know. How else are we supposed to know that he's Malian? But in the meantime, it's just pretty. There's another settlement down there. Gosh, this whole town, this whole region is just so good. Also, we're getting into late summer, and I love how they're actually baling the hay. Right, they're starting to cut it, and then build it up here on these. I wish we still had laborers out in the field that we were passing, because on a beautiful day like this, there better be. But, you know, as far as it goes, the implied labor that's going on here in the maintenance of all of these big fields is just, it's very good. There's a lot to like. As much as I'm like, hey, I want to see how they do urban stuff, the main reason I want to see how they do urban stuff is that they've proven that they understand the for the most part, they've proven they understand the various types of labor that are implicit in a rural setting. And I want to see if they do the same thing when we start getting guilds and more specialized crafts involved. Alright, we have charcoal burners, we have woodcutters, we have stone cutters, we've got forest management, we've got agricultural workers working with both animal husbandry and in true agricultural work. We have herbalists growing private gardens. And in fact, everyone growing private gardens. Oh, you're just doing weird stuff, Zhizhka. That was some of the pathing I've seen of all time. So they've got all... Well, charcoal burners had very funny moments last game. I don't know if that's quite the same thing. But it's definitely something. They've got butchers, they've got saddlers, they've got tanners, they've got all sorts of stuff. Even in a quite rural setting. And I've got this patchwork of very small settlements that are actually operating very close together. And having extremely petty, nonsensical disputes around them. And I want to see what happens when we get guilds working, when we've got bodies of secular scribes, when you have manuscript production workshops, when you have dyers, when you have traders, itinerant traders and couriers traveling on a much larger scale than you have in a rural community like Trotsky. Right? Wealthy rural, but still rural. And I want to see how that changes how many similarities they draw between urban life and rural life versus how many they draw, versus how many differences they pull out. And so instead we get to wander through the woods more. Which is fine. I hope we have fewer bandits when we're in the city. That's one thing I'd really hope for. Is that we see fewer random bandits waylaying people on the roads. Now, you might have increased, urban violence of people trying to jump you with knives, but you know. It happens.
Hope our journey doesn't prove to be in vain. Keep your hand on your hilt, Henry. Around.
We're still dressed up. Why do we have our sword out? We should have changed our outfit.
I warned you had it coming, you drunk.
Hang on. I didn't see it. Does feel better when I've had a drink. It's a gift from God.
Another drunkard.
Pay us back our coin, or you can leave your head with us.
You wouldn't get a crossing for no turnip, mine.
You're right about that.
I'd have a use for that turnip. But I can only pay for it with iron.
Shishka?
You turn on your heel and get going. If you've
We're not wearing armor.
You might have noticed. There's more of us than you.
That can be fixed.
Oh, he's spicy. He's completely plastered, but he's spicy. Well, we're just gonna have to get good. Ow. I didn't get good. There we go. We're back to getting good.
Hey, help! He's too much for me.
Ow. Damn it. As I said, we had to get good, and then we didn't get good. So we did save right before the cutscene started, so we're just gonna very quickly, as soon as we load in, we're gonna correct that. Alright, we're good. Also, this isn't the right weapon. That's the Kobold's sword.
You're in for an arse kicking, you piece of shit!
Bonk. That was a warm-up.
Do I have to pull you out of trouble again? I see you're still a drunkard.
It's good to see you too, Shishka. What happened to...
That doesn't matter now.
Huh? Who's that? Where's your old band?
You're looking at all that's left of it.
I see we have a lot to talk about.
That we do. Anyway, this is Henry.
Uh-huh.
Henry, this is Kubienka.
Hiya, lad. And thanks for the help. You're handy with a sword.
Thanks.
Not that I couldn't handle them myself.
Yeah.
Be one of the best archers north of the Alps. If he wasn't drunk or with one arm in the stocks all the time.
Darn.
Shouldn't we leave before someone notices the corpses?
Easy, lad. This was the devil's den.
Uh-huh.
If we behave ourselves, the innkeeper will just charge us a cleaning fee, and that will be that.
There will be plenty of time to get acquainted with the local
These local customs are stupid.
We're looking for the devil. Where is he?
Well, when I said we have a lot to talk about, now is the time. This is the innkeeper, Dreadlight.
Gentlemen, I won't have this. You're murdering my guests and making a mess.
They started it.
They've been drinking on credit for half a day. Who's going to pay for this now?
If you search their pockets and sell their weapons, that should cover it. And I have a feeling Kubienka here owed them some dice winnings.
I didn't cheat.
Pay him.
Alright.
All right then. What did I
God,
do?
he sucks so much.
Here you go.
Ah, I see you are a nobleman and a generous one at that. You didn't have to, but...
Well, Zhizhka's a nobleman and a generous one at that. Kubienka is none of those things.
We'll clear away the corpses, pour some sand on the blood, and no one will know what happened.
They have families.
That's nice of you. But leave us alone now.
Nobody will be looking for them anyway. Only the catholes would be interested in them.
They may not have families.
Did you hear Lord Shishka?
Yes, I did. Of course. I'm leaving. Just call if you need anything.
Is it just you and the devil here? Where's the rest?
That's the problem.
What problem?
Well, I'm alone here.
Where's everybody else?
Uh-huh.
I'd like to know that too.
That was
When
one
the
of the
devil was
times.
Captured, they scattered.
Captured?
Some are dead, some ran for
Tell
the
me he's not in jail in Kudenberg. Tell me he is in jail in Kudenberg, because then I can go to Kudenberg.
What? The devil's been captured and that's how you tell me the news?
Who captured him?
How should I know? Some armed bastards.
Shit, Kubienka, you must...
Well, he botched this job in Kuttenberg.
He got captured in Kudenberg, we can go into the city.
Fuckers out before we could react. They knocked the devil down and pounded on him like a deaf man on a door.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Pisses me off that we had to leave him there.
Good. Good.
Do you know where they're keeping him?
Why? The town guard took him. So he's probably in the town jail?
Fuck. There's no way we're getting him...
My words. Otherwise, we would have gotten him away from those
Could we
fuckers
just
a long time ago.
pay?
Not even a mouse can get him.
How long has it been since he was captured?
I've been sitting here drinking ever since it happened. So, maybe
He
a
was
week, maybe even a month.
A month?
He was talking with Jobst just like a couple days ago.
The devil's famous. Lots of people want him dead. They want to send his soul to the Lord in a much worse
Are they going to
way.
burn
devil is a
If this is going to be we break him out of a burning at the stake.
What are they planning to do with him?
The devil's got a fat price on his head.
Don't say burning. I'm going to be mad if you say burning. I'm going to be mad if you say burning.
Several empty tents in Sigismund's camp, thanks to him.
I'm gonna be
really
mad.
Want to relish his death. They'll take him to their camp outside of town for that.
Who told you that?
When someone owes your dice wager, they'll spill him what
Okay.
they don't know. They say the people of Kuttenberg can't wait to see him gone.
If they're going to move him, that could be our chance. We'll wait for them and free the devil.
He will be watched by a dozen armed guards. We're only 3, so unless you have 10 men up your sleeve...
I thought the devil would have at least 10 men. But other than that, it makes sense. I don't think we'll have another shot.
I was going to hire some muscle for help here, but...
More like I know you.
Uh-huh.
But maybe we'll find someone around here.
Uh-huh.
Everybody will listen if we mention coin. Can you think of anything else that might come?
Well, how about some hand cannons?
Have you got some?
No.
Well, not on me. But maybe there are some in our old camp. It is...
Maybe.
Maybe. Surely. If I can remember where we hit them.
He sucks so
Would
much.
have it. They're not
Why
far
can't we
from the
have
road
someone
we used
competent?
to transport the devil.
What place is that?
This narrow gully with a nice curve that bets for something nasty to happen in it. West of here.
Looks like there's still some sense left.
Is it really too much to ask for that we can meet one competent person
You'll go with Kubianka to get the hand cannons he made.
who isn't Jan Žižka?
Hid somewhere.
Great.
Don't dilly-dally. And when you have them, meet me at keep an eye on him.
I just don't want to. I want to talk with. Oh, Pebbles. Nope. Where's my horse?
So hop on, we have to ride.
What do you mean Pebbles is? Hold on. Pebbles, what are you doing? Pebbles. What on earth are you doing?
How did you meet Shishka anyway?
We tried to capture him, but he ambushed and captured us instead.
That sounds like Shishka. But that is how friendships for life are made.
With one of them in jail, while the other mocks them through the bars.
Yes.
Actually, that's how I met my wife.
You have a wife? Where is she now?
Where could she be? Maybe rotting in the jail. I left her there on our wedding night.
Well, if that's what you say.
He sucks so much.
Oh, come on, Henry. You must have some fun, even if you are about to hang. Do not frown. It does not suit you.
I'm not frowning. I just didn't think it was funny.
Oh, Lord, another war. You get along with Shishka famously, don't you?
Indeed.
I'd gladly laugh if you said something funny.
Looks like I might have to carve a smile onto your face.
Uh-huh.
Maybe a graceful and mysterious one. Like the Virgin Mary's. What do you say? I'll put my heart into it.
Give it a try.
Haha, really?
Uh-huh.
Sounds like a challenge.
You nearly got killed just now, yet you're stirring shit again.
Oh, well, I cannot help myself.
Yeah.
Life's to be lived. And the body's to go to the great...
I say you should have a different mod.
So I take it easy. As they say in Latin, carpe demon.
So you're a mercenary,
Carpe
swindler, drunk,
Jesus.
and on top of that, a philosopher.
I'm a man of many... You know what.
Vices?
A man of many debts and drinks.
Oh, come on. You do not even know me. We will get to know each other once we have a drink together. Speaking of which... Would you have a drop
You
on me?
just finished
No.
drinking.
Fuck. I never ride out without some supplies.
I'm gonna look at all the wildflowers so I don't have to deal with this shit.
A few more stupid jokes and I'll plug your gob. But it won't be with booze.
You are very lucky to be with Shishka. That you saved me.
I'm starting to regret it.
That's why I like you. We will have so much
Why?
fun together.
I'm glad
I feel
Henry's
it in
on
my
our
bones.
side.
But we better pick up our pace. I need to piss.
I'm glad I'm glad Henry's on our side in this one. Last time he was all for the getting plastered and then giving a sermon despite not being qualified to do any of that and it being gargantuanly blasphemous. But this man sucks even worse than Godwin. And so I'm glad Henry's pissed off at him too. Because yeah. What the heck? We are a good boy who have to deal with the worst of the world over and over for no discernible reason. Like we just want to know stuff and have our silly little glasses and try and earn the recognition of our dad and maybe get a small parcel of land out of it. Just because we're an illegitimate son doesn't mean we can't be recognized and earn our way into nobility. We at least have a chance, unlike some certain people like Ishvan Toth, who was never more than useful. Could you ride your horse competently, please? Don't randomly trip over invisible walls. Well, he wasn't lying. Right, Godwin is at least competent. You're so right. This man is apparently supposed to be competent, but
Camp is near. There's a path above the stream leading to it. There were also some pretty rocks nearby. Ada used to wade through that stream every time he went to visit some lass. Or when he was returning. You can smell the wench from miles away. But he can't
well,
take three
I guess you won't get to see the big city. Sakado's completely reasonable. Have a good night. I'm sorry that the game said no thank you to the big city. The VOD will be here though.
You'll have no problem finding it yourself. Oh, and the hand cannons. They're buried somewhere near the camp. Just a few steps. That much I remember. Maybe
Great.
by the stream. Or right in it? No, that's not it. Oh, we were drunk. But we're not that stupid. Although, maybe Janos and Edda are. One time, they decided to rob some merchant because we were running out of food. And they found one and decided to follow him.
I don't care, actually.
What are we gonna do? Well, welcome to our camp. It's not much, but we called it home.
Yeah, the withdrawal would fully kill him.
So where are the cannons?
We hit something down below last time. By the stream, near the boulders. And something is buried a little ways over there.
Don't you remember where you put them?
Well,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Agreed.
So, where are they?
One of those places.
We're gonna dig through half the forest.
Nonsense. Anyway,
Which one is that?
The one made of leaves. He was so proud of it until he woke up covered in caterpillars.
Come on then.
Why are we following? I have one, I believe. I believe I do not need to worry about, do I have a shovel? A spade, right there. But yes, I do think the withdrawal would just fully kill this man. So we're stuck with him as he is. Why can't I just go to check the spots he mentioned? Why do I have to follow him?
I told you I would find it right away. Now
This is a grave.
And we are done.
Won't you give me a hand? It'll go faster if you help.
This is a grave.
I am helping you. I found we were as drunk as fiddlers when we buried them. But this place seems really familiar. Before that, we had to bury old Lodil, and we had to fortify ourselves.
I was a fool to think this would be easy.
So, I was wrong.
So you're digging the next one? Why?
Why? Can't I just get them and we can get back to the plot?
Listen, lad.
Just tell me you didn't throw those hand cannons in the water.
Of course not. Look at that basket over there.
What about it?
The cannons are not there, but there is something better.
Why don't you go yourself?
The water is cold and the bottom is slippery. I do not want to get wet.
But if I get wet, that's all right, eh?
Not just all right, downright splendid.
We're moving. No stalling.
You have as much fun as watching grass grow.
You suck so much. I don't care about your fashion and the fact that's actually pretty good. I hate you. You better be really good in a fight. That's all I'm going to say. You better be really, really good in a fight. Oh good, we're in ads, and it won't matter. Because guess what? It's going to take a minute and a half of him wandering around like an asshole in order for us to actually get anywhere. Why does this game love, like, every side character to be a drunkard? Like, Ulrich was an arrogant drunkard. Godwin, drunkard.
Right.
Gubienka, drunkard.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. Just like the last. So this is the grave of poor Lodiel. I was sure we...
At least Godwin's a competent drunk. Point taken.
Why? He did not smell much better when he was alive. Oh, well. God grant him eternal life and some soap.
They hadn't invented other personalities back then.
Then I reckon I know where the hand cannons are.
Why? I'm now overworked and sweaty and gross for the cost of not... Are we not reburying? Nope. Apparently not. Can I dig here? Please just let me dig here. Please. Thank you.
So, this is it.
Don't tell me you've lost your way.
Oh, please. Me? Never. I found it.
Don't you want to dig the last hole yourself?
I'll tell you something, Henry. There are two kinds of... See?
I really don't care what he has to say. We're going to try and speed through this so we can get to anything.
Why are you punishing me?
Oh, don't cry. We have more important things to do.
Will you take the cannons?
Nah, I won't be lugging them around.
Right.
Let's go.
I'd rather go with you. Just in case.
Mount up.
Thanks. Out to the ambush spot. Well, you going?
Go.
All right, we'll follow him now. No!
I think I've heard that one before. For fuck's sake, enough. Torture.
Stop, stop. I really could... I'm gonna ride farther behind. Because I really don't need this in my life. Like, holy shit, this guy is way too straight for me. This guy is... Can we shoot this guy in the face, please? I'm going to follow him from back here, where I don't have to listen to him, and we can have a nice, lovely discussion. I don't care if he has interesting lore. I just don't. He can stand over there. Look, I assume this man has some military-related trauma that is driving him to drink. But I also don't care. It turns out, I don't think that's important. Like, he could just be the worst man in the world. True, but that doesn't really jive with how they're doing side characters.
We have the hand cannons.
How did it go? Any trouble?
Oh, wow.
The next time you want to send me looking for something with Kubienka, just kill me. You'll save me a lot of suffering.
Did we find those cannon? We did. So stop whining.
When you spend more time with Kubienka, you'll realize he's
Oh,
not
good.
doing
No,
it
he's
on
just the
purpose.
worst man.
He's just a prick.
Hey!
What's the plan?
We wait. We'll position ourselves on the flanks.
Uh-huh.
Why are the wagons standing there?
No, we're innovating Hussite military strategy.
Look what I managed to find. A true march of the maimed. If they had to cut down a tree, they'd chop off their own limbs. We at least took a wheel off. It looks less suspicious, and the convoy will have to stop anyway.
Oi, fuck, but...
But what?
I would put it a little further back, so they will not see it until they are right next to it.
Ah, look who's thinking.
Uh-huh.
And what then?
Then we rise with the hand cannons and blast the bastards to smithereens, from above.
What a load of rubbish.
He stopped thinking.
What rubbish? It is like a battlement, but on a wagon. You get it, right? Haha.
Shut up. We'll do it my way.
Make up your minds.
So, Kubienka, take half of the men and go over there. The rest will stay.
Where will I go?
You'll stay here with me.
Uh-huh.
Then what?
We'll wait for them to arrive. And then...
Get on the right foot with the Kudenberg cops. By cops, I mean local lords paid military escort. There are no actual cops. Modern policing is many centuries away yet. Oh good, he's got a terrible haircut. Good for him.
No, how many fucking times have I told you? Are you deaf?
Pay no attention to him, Rupert.
Pay no attention to him, Rupert.
Oh good, he sucks too. He has a terrible haircut, and I dislike him.
You can't even show me a grain of human decency.
Bull cut with the blood scissor special, right?
Paul.
What the fuck? Damn. There's more of them than I was expecting.
We can't back out now.
Why do we have a cannon?
Blast at them and seize the advantage.
Oi! You two! Get that wreck off the road.
Not to worry, Honorable Sir. We're working on it. To the task!
We do have a gun. But the guns don't hit shit.
Matilda!
Fucking hell!
Gun.
Damn it!
Guns suck. Fun fact.
That was just a warning shot. Surrender, or the next one will go straight.
No, not Matilda. Right? It turns out our squad sucks.
So next time, will you hit the mark?
Well,
I'd rather settle it without bloodshed.
That's easy. Surrender, and none of you will be harmed.
I mean, we had goofy music.
And alongside the devil, that is.
The only one surrendering will be you.
Oh, really?
We had goofy music.
Rupert, bring that bastard to me.
Halt!
Oh, what?
Listen to me carefully. In the woods around us, we have dozens of archers and crossbowmen. If you don't surrender, we'll shoot you to pieces. We'll kill
By
them
a dozen,
the
we mean
old-fashioned way.
a dozen.
Oh, shit.
That's not true.
How many? And you're hiding in the... Have at them.
Alright. Point taken.
Now you're gonna get it.
Come on.
For that? You think you can scare me? Not a chance.
No. Oh, he has a Meisterhau. Alright, point taken. Meisterhaus only.
Fuck you!
Guess what? I've got Meisterhaus. You've got Meisterhaus.
Get away from him! Let him have it!
So step one, I would like to not be bleeding out of my face. Okay? Step one, where's my bandage? There's my bandage. And step two, a strong marigold decoction for the road. Correct. Absolutely nothing. Can we... Is there anything useful here? You hunting bow. Sounds good. Well, that's better than ours, right?
Right, we're done here. We've got to get the devil out of here somehow. So put the
Gambison, Saxon, Hallberg. No.
patch yourself up quickly. We need to get out of here.
Ah, shit.
If you're not
Don't want to do
bleeding,
that.
Clear the bodies off the road. Hide them somewhere, but be quick about it, all right? Come here, Henry. We don't have all day.
Yeah. I'm working on looting everyone who I think is important. How... Yoink. Magdeburg Cuirass is going to be better than what we've got. The Groschen going to be better than what we got. Saxon plate legs are better than what we got. Look, we're just doing a little bit of robbing. Like pancakes. You know. Was that Milanese plate gloves or was that Milanese plate? Milanese gauntlets. Okay. Yoink. Groschen. Look, I understand we don't have all day, but... They have a lot of cash on them. And I wish to have it. And we are wildly over-encumbered. Wow. Hang on. Basket with Braish. Interesting. Why is our bell-shaped kettle hat better than the Hound Skull? Oh, because it's just high quality. We just have a very good one. That's fine. We'll move some of this stuff to the Magdeburg Cuirass is... How does that compare to ours? It's better in every way. So we'll transfer that to our horse. We'll transfer that to our horse. Don't care about that at all. Don't care about that at all. I'll actually equip that because that is... No, that... Sorry, fashion. Fashion's got to win out. Saxon plate is better than... Nope, it's worse than our half plate. We are still overweight? Good God. Good God. Also, holy crap. The field crossbow is good. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I should have. Holy crap, that crossbow is good. As are the pistols. But, you know. I take it the horse is now full. So what am I going to drop? What is weighing all of the material? There we go. We're good. We're so here.
We should get out of here, don't you think?
The sooner we're gone, the better.
He was in heavy play. Exactly. Like, good God, these guns were never going to work, and also guns are a comedy weapon.
If it wasn't for you, I'd still be getting worked over by those bastards in Sigismund's camp. You saved my... Although I have a second hole in it now because of you. Ouch!
That was an accident. I couldn't hit you that well, even if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Spare me the flattery. It's enough you thought it was worth saving.
Don't thank me until you know what we're up to.
I knew there was a reason you rescued me.
We'll let him
How
talk.
are we doing, Devil? You have some kind of hideout?
Hideout? Our old camp was a shithole.
Don't insult our home from home.
Shush.
Here. For all to see.
This here hole is far from town. And has such a bad reputation. As long as you're paying, old Treadlight will serve you. This place has everything we need. And people who come here can be recruited for some...
And there are no fleas in the beds.
That's something.
Furthermore, it's called the Devil's Den.
All right, have it your way. But back to the point, Devil. What about your...
My people? Kubianka isn't enough for you.
No, he is...
That's too bad.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they fucked off somewhere.
Uh-huh.
They didn't send any messages to...
We'll have to do something about that. But first, you should go and see Catherine. See if she's settled in and if she's all right.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know about these two, but I'll be having a rest.
We're going into town. We're going into town.
But we don't have time for that. We need more people. The three of us could just about
No,
make
not the
a
cabbages.
cabbage stealing band. The best.
Forget it. It hurts like you shot off one of my arses.
Honestly, I'll pour some healing potions on it.
Please tell me what happened to your infamous devil's pack.
Yeah, I'd like to know that too. Where are they, Kubianka?
You gather a band of criminals, and then you are surprised they cannot be...
So, nobody's left?
Some might return now that...
Well, if they're not already swinging on the gallows...
I actually don't...
Could be any...
We'll have to search for them.
Okay.
Will you help us?
I reckon I'll do.
I like that boy already. No pointless questions, just...
At least tell him where to find the bar.
I'd love to. But I don't even know who survived that.
Not many of us are left. Janos and Adder, I reckon they are gorging themselves somewhere.
What about Bohuta and his brother?
Slavik died, Bohuta took it badly. He's not coming
Oh dear.
back.
Fuck. Henry
Yeah.
may be able to convince him.
I doubt it, but...
Do we have anyone else?
Well, there's Matthew and Roniak.
That's all.
We could also try those rebellious farmers who are...
I don't want any dirty peasants. I want...
In that case...
Okay.
Where should we look for them?
I think I could help you with some of them.
I'll visit the town first. If the sooner we find Liechtenstein, the sooner...
What is it with this bird?
True.
What kind of stupid name?
I'll tell you everything before. Henry, you should hurry up and come right back here.
CD. New codex entry. Historical figure! Yay! Hynek Yevishkovsky of Kunstadt. He was a fierce and fearless soldier who became a robber knight during the Moravian Margravite Wars. In 1401 and 1402, continuing even after the first capture of the Bohemian king in Vienna. Only after the escape of Václav IV did the Austrian Duke Albrecht lose patience, so in 1404 he marched with 24,000 soldiers. When enemy troops stood in front of the town, it was already fortified, and with his substantial help from his friend Jan Sokol of Lamberg, he repelled the attack. It should be noted that a dysentery epidemic, which was spread among the enemy to such an extent that both the nobles were affected, contributed greatly to this. Albrecht IV of Austria died of the disease. Yay! Oh good, and there's Jobst of Moravia. He reigned as Holy Roman Emperor for 15 whole weeks. And Sokol of Lamberg. And Prokop of Luxembourg. Provincial governor of the Kingdom of Margrave of Moravia till 1405. Blah blah blah. Jolofsson and Prokop waged wars against each other for years, only to ally themselves with Václav, and then betray Václav and side with Rupert of the Palatinate of the Rhine. Blah blah blah. And Prokop was captured in Bratislava and held there for 2 years. Off we go. Look, basically there's a lot of shit going on around here. Just don't worry about that too much. I want to sell a bunch of stuff. Am I allowed to do that? Alright, let's just very quickly.
But of course, I'll have them cleaned up.
Don't even bother clean.
Tread light.
What's new around here?
There's talk that young Brutz, maybe they'll let you. I heard there's a haunting in an old Kutner.
See, now there we go.
Tragedy one time in the mine near there. It's abandoned now. The ground collapsed. And
See?
To hell open. And
Tell me more.
Smolka came by. She's the one who runs the bath. She said a fella came in, all restless and fidgety. That he wanted to take her somewhere else. You know how it is.
Was he a fucking pig?
What did he do?
The girl came running in all beaten up. I went to see her.
Who was he?
The way Smolka described him to me. I've seen a few of those around here.
Have you any idea?
Rumor has it he's been sleeping in a...
I'll take...
I'm glad to hear it. When you're done with him, go to Sahan. That's about...
Sounds interesting.
Thank you. Are we over encumbered? How did we get over encumbered again? What did we do? Well, I can drop one of these. And that one. That'll help. We can equip that. Because dagger's good. What else can we drop? What else can we get rid of? Oh! That's funny. We could have the embroidered shirt that really ruined that at speed. The cuirass is in terrible shape, but it still is good for us. I just need to get rid of like one more thing. What am I doing? Now, please, can I sell something somewhere? No? Alright, alright. So where are we going? Into town. Perfect. Pebbles, let's go. City trip, let's go!
Go.
Gosh, I am so excited. I am terribly excited to get on our way here. And we'll just hang out and enjoy it. So peaceful, nothing bad is happening. There's no political intrigue whatsoever. Ignore the burial on the side of the road, outside of consecrated ground. There's an awful lot of those particular burials. And then we have got to find a place to wash up here before we get too excited.
Go.
That's a lot of smoke in the air. What the hell's going on here? I mean, some of it's charcoal burning. But not all of it. This is too built up an encampment for just charcoal burning. Okay. Sure. It's just another town. We got some charcoal burners. We got lumbers. Oi! They're so mean to pebbles. Can I sell a bunch of my stuff here, actually? Well, first, let's wash. Or by wash, I mean, we can...
Lord be with you. So, what's it to you? Kiss my... Farewell, my friend.
Alright, alright. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Wait, where did he go? I despawned the... There you are. Oi.
What do you need, my... What do you have for...
I want to be selling stuff. I'm not buying stuff. I mean, there's some good stuff here, but it's not as good as, you know, ours. So, we're gonna sell that. We're gonna sell that. How much cash do you have? 442. Good, that means we can sell a good amount of stuff. Get 352 and a half. That seems actually quite good.
Let's talk about the... Wow. Finally. Thank you. And a good...
There we go. We have now gotten that person entirely, you know, unmoneyed. We get a new perk, good old pebbles. See? Don't be mean to pebbles. That's the inn. That's not true. You sure can't do that. There are laws. You can't just do crimes. Can we go into the church? Like, there's a church there. Where do we enter the churchyard? Don't tell me it's by jumping over anything. There it is.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Alright, now we'll do it by jumping over things. It's just a low fence. There we go. I learned churches. What do you mean that's the first time we've learned churches? Hello, Father Hovel. Let me in! Tragic. Absolutely tragic.
How is life? There is divine peace here. It's probably because we're far enough away. The locals are hard-working, and they come faithfully to Mass and to confession.
I'm glad to hear it.
Aye, aye. Sometimes someone gets into a scrap in the tavern. But I reckon that...
Now, to be fair, they were interested in doing blasphemy with the aesthetics of churches. More than they were interested in, you know, actual churches. Very distinctively, not the same sentence. But right, if we're only going to put Kickstarter backers in our churches instead of, you know, actual saints or depictions of the Virgin Mary, well, if you can't do that, well, what's the point of even having the churches?
Go!
We're gonna come up and over the road here instead of through the gully. Do I want to know?
Your money or your life? Hold on. I'm not helping on for no fucking
lucky one. I'm telling you, your money or your life. What's that? What the? Do it! What do you want? You won't get me.
Well, attack me.
Get ready to leave this life. Damn! I'm bleeding. Fucking cowards!
Here we go.
Slice him up! Good lad, yeah! I surrender! I surrender! Get up! I surrender! Quick! Drop you! No! You thief!
How are you, sir?
Fuck. Oh, no. Thank you very... That's all. Here. This is... And thanks.
Thank you. I thank these guys for helping out correctly. Look at that. They actually helped us correctly instead of accusing us of, being the problem when we got attacked. And then saying, hey, sorry, you did a murder. Allow us to brand you about this with no trial or anything. Okay, good. We are on the road into town. We are going at speed.
Quick.
Look, the random barks they have are just very funny.
Go.
It's, sometimes they try, and sometimes they don't, and also, we should be dressed up all good.
Quick!
Look at it! It's a city! An honest-to-God city with walls. Aren't we excited? Oh gosh, that's a gorgeous church down there.
Whoa.
Hang on, sorry. That church is gorgeous. Ooh, ah. Tourist time. You know it.
Go.
We'll run pebbles a bit over open land. It'll be great.
Quick.
Ooh. This is itself walled. Where is here? I am so curious. Tourist time. This will take probably the entire rest of the stream, by the way, chat. Said oh. 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 Chat. Take your bets now. Do you think they're gonna have the most famous church in Sedlitz? In the game.
My respects.
Probably, yeah. Do you know what the most famous church in Sedlitz is? No idea. Spooky, scary skeletons. Welcome to Sedlet's ossuary. I walked straight to it because I knew this was here. So this is the graveyard, and there's the church. And underneath the church, there's a chapel. In the present day, the chapel looks nuts. Kostnica Sedlec. Welcome to a church that is decorated entirely with human bones. It's the Bone Church. This was decorated in this way in the 19th century. But you knew we had to have it. Like, why bones? Because there were catacomb systems, and so there were a lot of bones around. But, you know, it's a fascinating story in its own right. Right? So the church itself is already well established, and I mean, it looks exactly like it does in the game. But in 1870, Franciszek Rent was employed by the Schwarzenberg family to put the heaps of bones in order. Notably, 1511, there are mass graves. Mass graves. So they get stacked. In 1870, there are the person organizing it decides to get a little bit creative. And when it gets a little bit creative, you end up absolutely covered in bones. So, we should be seeing just the beginnings of these bone heaps. Because, yeah, graves, you need a lot of land for graves. And this is a time period that's producing an awful lot of people that need to be buried. So, here we go. So, this is, you know, not... We should be early in this period. Like, so we should not have this many, quite this many. And they should be a little bit more organized. And then 100 years later is when we really get going. So there it is. Sedlet's ossuary. Wasn't that fun, chat? Do we know what the reaction was to bones being used as decorations? No. I have absolutely no clue. These days it makes for a great tourist trap. I mean, who doesn't love ogling some bones? Like, it's just tons of metal bands constantly ask to use the church for their music videos. Right? I do know in this period, right, in the 15th century, they're probably not all that wound up about it. Like, they're probably not that wound up about it. Because bones are just kind of part of existence. That's what the church proper is not enterable. I'm going to try and ride around to see if the rest of the monastery is enterable. But it really doesn't seem like it. It seems like they kind of said, hey, here's Sedlec. You care about Sedlec for the ossuary. So we'll give you the ossuary. And that's it, you're done. Right? Ossuaries are pretty common in monasteries, though. Because graveyards Right? Graveyards take a ton of land.
Quick!
So an ossuary is a great way to sort of crunch that down, consolidate it, store the bones when they're no longer buried in consecrated ground. And so they show up all the time in monastic contexts and in urban contexts, right? Technically, like the Paris catacombs are a form of ossuary. Oh yeah, because yeah, you don't cremate people. Cremation is for heretics. Without the corporeal body, how are they supposed to know the grace of God at the Last Judgment? It simply isn't done in Latin Christendom. Except under duress, illness, or heresy.
Quick!
So yeah, Sedlitz does not appear to be super enterable right now, but I do see another church this way. Don't think all these... folks? Paris famously also had one cemetery, so they kind of need a spot to put stuff. There's a church that way, but, well, thank you. Someone?
Did you hear? That Dirk Stallion.
Someone who respects pebbles. They at least are actively working on it. Like, it's definitely going to become plot relevant, but they are at least working on it. So, welcome to Kutna Hora. The second largest city in Bohemia. In this time period. I am so excited. City, city, city. That's what I'm saying. The hole in the wall. This town's gonna get very confusing very fast, isn't it? Okay, there's another church out here. Or another tower out here? Is there an invisible wall here? Ah, don't be rude. I can at least run around. And go down this way. We'll try and make our way over. So I can take a look at that. I discovered Master Václav. Oh, it's not a... It's a barbican. Oh. It's not a church tower. It's our main city gate. Heavily reinforced multi-stage tower. With absolutely gorgeous mural work.
Interesting.
Oh, this'll be a real treat. Now the thing is, even a city of this size is not very big. Right, let's look at it on our map here. There's the... This is a huge... I mean, they're making this city huge. Really trying to emphasize how big of a thing it is. And even then, are we really looking at that big of a settlement? Couple hundred houses? Like, maybe a couple hundred houses. And in the scheme of the country, like, we're looking at a very small range of materials. Gun maker, Prokop Eldrus. Don't suppose you have something to sell.
Willkommen. Such dir was aus. Was
Ja.
möchtest du?
I'm interested in bronze. Well, they cast a church bell in the Sasau monastery once. But what's that compared to your gunpowder bombard?
And yet it is nämlich the same concept.
In Kutnahora, in this period,
My father cast bells for
6,000.
choirs, and I cast guns for head.
Show me.
He has 600 things. Oh, good. A bunch of things I can waste my time with. Right there. Very good. Very, very good.
I'd like to discuss the price.
I can agree.
Was right. So the largest cities in this period were in the vicinity of 1 million. But that would be like Nanjing, Heiankyo, well, 1403. Not so much Heiankyo, it's shrinking now. Constantinople, Cairo, Samarkand, Tenochtitlan? Sarkidus has already left, but I can't remember if Tenochtitlan has, like, exploded in population yet. Butt trumpet! Look at him. Look at him, chat. It's butt trumpet. I believe it's purely self-explanatory and needs no explanation. It is an inn. You are correct. It's an inside. But, Moctezuma II became ruler in this year. Okay. Fair enough. So, yes, Tenochtitlan I don't think was ever 1 million, but it would be numbering in the hundreds of thousands, so. Ah, look at how gorgeous it is. Absolutely beautiful. And the cathedral. Please let me inside the cathedral. I wish to be overawed by the glory of God and the richness of the city. Please.
Good day. Good day. Good day.
Please. Please? I'm begging. I wish to bask in the glory of Gothic architecture.
I'm sorry.
The doors are all closed. Why? Oh. What are you doing? You make sense. What are you doing? Here. You shaped the stone before you put it on the cathedral. You're not harvesting the stone at the cathedral site. Like this makes sense. Right, let's talk about this. This makes sense. You harvest this stone from outside. You bring it into a central spot. You're having people break it into close enough size. And then you've got a master stone worker who's actually carving it to the right shape. Then you'll have people, you'll be building scaffolding at the same time with these nice long planks of wood. You'll be using it to set it up there. You're going to use a crane to lift it up if you need to. Just like you see up there. The crane is human-powered, by the way. There's a person standing in a wheel who's going to run like a hamster in order to lift stuff from point A to point B. And then you've got teams up there who are going to take the carved stone, put it into place, mortar it. All of this will be overseen by 1 to 2 master stone workers, who are the main architects for the project. And so you have a team of extremely skilled people all running around helping finish this. After that's done, you've got people coming in with plaster and whitewash, lime, in order to get all of this. And after that's partially dried for the interior or fully dyed for the exterior, you might have people come in and do fresco work. Partially dyed if you actually want to do it as fresco work instead of just painting a mural on. So I love that they're doing that. This is a huge population of people actively working on it. It is still under construction, still being finished. Even though it's a thing in active use. One other thing, though, that they aren't showing is the metalworkers. So the underlying lead, or the underlying roof, before you get up to these shingles, is probably a coat of lead. That's very, very common for cathedrals in this period. So you might have shingles, which are stone. You might also have lead. You might have both. And so if you do, you've got an enormous, a whole army of metal workers doing much the same thing.
What do you need?
Nothing, actually. I want to talk to one of your workers. 0 out of 10 for non-enterable churches. You're so right. The Hagman's halter.
Here it comes. He went to bed healthy, but never woke up. It's a mystery.
God, that's terrible.
His mother said he'd been complaining he couldn't feel his left arm, and that he was seeing things.
He had a heart attack.
And he was dead in the morning? Poor thing.
Aye. He had his whole life in front of him, and next thing you know, he's being buried.
Kieran, that's extremely plausible, actually. Hardly a guarantee, but like I think that it's fair to show some of the stages of the work a little bit off so that you can see all of the work at once. I like that explanation. I'm cool with that. Psst, 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 psst. Catherine, stop walking down the stairs. Catherine, Catherine, Catherine. Catherine, this is ridiculous. Turn around. I know you're not deaf.
Hey, my lovely. Zizka told me you found something out about Liechtenstein.
If only just Liechtenstein. I've only been here a couple of days, but I seem to know everything about this city and its sinful people.
Uh-oh.
And about the Pope, the second Pope, Sigismund, Wenceslas, about the sickness of old men, the desires of young men, who I sometimes have to beat off with a stick. Simply everything. The tavern seems to be the fount of all knowledge.
Indeed.
Look at it like this. You could have helped us get Dry Devil out of trouble instead.
Don't push it. But that sounds like you found the sod. Is he alright?
Are you asking me if he's right in the head?
We all know he isn't.
There you
What
go.
I mean is, if anything happened to him.
Oh, he got shot in the arse.
Who did it, for God's sake?
Hard to say. Maybe
Definitely
me,
not
maybe
us or
Ziska,
Zizka.
or one of the other men. But he'll live.
That's God's punishment for his loutish behavior.
There we go.
Let's think up a new...
But anyway, about...
Well, there might be something. One of the girls I talked to told me her sweetheart frequents some nasty alehouse.
Great.
And one of the regulars there recently started buying drinks for the whole house. Which is suspicious, because this fella is practically a beggar. Goatskin, they call him.
Uh-huh.
They asked him where he got the coin,
Uh-huh.
and he boasted that he was spying for some rich lord.
Great.
All right. That sounds promising.
Of course, it doesn't have to be Liechtenstein. But
Uh-huh.
there can't be that many rich men who pay spies.
Hey,
We
could
have
the
to find
horror?
somewhere.
That's true.
Not yet.
That's saying something.
Sounds like a terrible spy. True.
Well, trying to get sense out of drunken wretches is quite a skill of mine. Does this place have a name?
I'm not sure if it's a name, but the locals
Been there.
call it...
Been there.
The owner's got a sense of humour.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's a joke. You'll find it in Hot Prink.
Yep.
There's no other alehouse in that quarter.
So goat skin in the hole in the wall.
Great.
I reckon I remember that.
Before you go, I wanted to ask.
Oh,
Nobody
Catherine.
ever told me why we're actually looking for this Liechtenstein fella.
Do you remember how we were tortured in Trotsky?
Yeah.
That's not something that's easy to forget.
Istvan asked us about Liechtenstein, and we revealed to him that he's here.
Uh-huh.
Istvan sent Eric to tell von Burgov about it.
All right.
He's a young noble from Eric's council. His family have domains in Moravia and Lower Austria. He's here to gather information about the enemy for Jobst. And judging by
Different
how
branch of his
important it
family
was
will
for
be, you
Istvan
know,
to
the
find out where
dukes
he
of
is,
the that
real
region
thorn
that
in
becomes the
their
modern
side.
country of Liechtenstein.
They're out to get him.
So we're getting involved in noble men's schemes again. That means trouble.
You know it.
I'll do my best not to get us mixed up in all that.
Sure you will. But it can't be helped.
You know it.
War on. Watch out for yourself, Henry.
You're not the only one.
Alright, Iris, thank you so much for lurking. It was absolutely lovely to have you here.
I apologize.
Huh. Big kaboobs! Alright, well. Yep, we could do some wandering about. We could do some one. So, I mean, I know we've got some wandering about to do. But, hear me out. Oh no! Oh, gosh. I'm so sorry. Put it off and did like 30 hours of exploring. And then the update, with the update, the game bugged out. And NPC despawned. Oh, Christ, that sucks so much. I'm so sorry. Luckily, as far as I can tell, the only thing the update broke on my end was that half the cutscenes have no audio data. So I will just like randomly not get stuff. After doing all that exploring. There's so many side quests. That's so much exploring you could do around here, though. Oh no!
Greetings, sir.
So I know we're supposed to go over there, but I'm distracted by this town. I'm afraid I'm going to commit the same failure. What are you saying here? What are you... Clock. Wait, shit, clock. I wasn't paying attention. Look at that clock. Henry, don't stand in the way here. I'm looking at the clock. Come on. Henry, be taller, please. I want to look at this clock properly. Gosh, these clocks are so cool. I mean, it's not... Why is it zodiac symbols? That's funny. Let's see if modern Kote no Hara has this sort of clock. True. We can do that. Oh, shit. Forgot I was in photo mode and so time was not passing. So we could just check. Oh, ha. Fun fact, it's not the Kote no Hara clock. It's this one. It's a very, very, very slight alteration of the Prague astronomical clock. Though, frankly, not nearly as elaborate as the Prague astronomical clock. That thing is an absolute marvel of engineering. Like, if you've never seen the astronomical clock go off in Old City Square in Prague, it is super worth your time. It is a must-see if you're ever in Czechia. Go find when this clock is sounding. They do it every day. And go to the Old Town Square and watch this thing go off. Because it is so elaborate. This is one of the most complicated pieces of clockwork pre-modernity ever produced. This thing's crazy. And it hasn't been built yet. Oops. Oops. Ooh, is this going to copyright strike us? Take your bets. Yeah, we'll risk it. It's worth it. This is so cool. Come on, go off. It's got windows! And with the windows, it's got people. That's right. We've got apostles sticking out from the window. It's so good. But yeah, I mean, it has so... There we go. You can see them sticking out a little bit better. It's very cool. I highly recommend it. If you go into the Old Town Hall, they'll show you the mechanism for the apostles. Yeah. And it is such an elaborate bit of machinery. It's so fun. Can I go into the rat house? No. Let me in. Oh, I can lockpick my way into the rat house. That seems bad, actually. You learned guilds and crafts. Tell me more. The society of the medieval town was primarily composed of craftsmen and merchants who ensured its economic growth. Based on municipal rights, they had the right to practice their trade and market rights. Apart from privileges such as the protection and support of the town in operation, healthcare, and food supply, it was their duty to pay taxes on every sale or export of goods outside the town's border. Essentially, the status of the community depended on them, so it was important that they did not relocate, did not practice their profession elsewhere, and passed on the craft to future generations. During one century, several craftsmen of the same... Which century? Which century do you mean? Several craftsmen of the same profession worked in the town. These craftsmen gradually began to form groups with political economic rules known as guilds. They had their own seals, stamps, and banners bearing the guild's coat of arms designated by the ruler. Those who belonged to the guild had support from others, and they collectively agreed on prices, sales, regulations, training rules, and obligations. Only guild members could sell goods. The thing I would add to this is that guilds within each town had agreements with the same guilds in other towns. So, for instance, if we're, let's fast forward a little bit. It's 1470, and you live in the Netherlands, and you are a fabric dyer. You might grow up working within the guild structure in Antwerp or Amsterdam as a fabric dyer, trading, learning from a master, producing stuff for the workshop. When you're done, in order to become a guild member and be able to open up your own shop, you're going to have to go on a journey. This is what's called a journeyman. You'll travel to several other cities. So you might go, if you're in Amsterdam, you might go to Antwerp, then to Bruges, then to Lyon, in order to learn from other masters, practice your trade, work on your own major project. When you've done that, that'll build your network of professional connections that when you open up your own shop, you're going to be drawing on in order to be able to get the highest quality goods and ensure fair market rate. The entire mercantile economy of late medieval and early modern Europe relies on these professional connections. And so having this really dense cross-continental network of guilds is a really big deal. Because you're also going to have to work with your shipping guilds, right? Your merchant guilds. You're going to have to work with your tanners, who are in fact professional guild workers. You're going to have to work with your weavers, who are professional guild workers. You're going to have a client base that exists outside of your own city because you don't get tax revenue if you're just selling within the town. You're going to have to be able to export stuff. So you might have to build connections with couriers who may or may not be professionalized. You're going to have agreements to have other people carry your stuff. You're going to have, if you're dyeing fabric, you're going to need to work with tailors who are professional with a guild. So you end up with this really, really dense thing. Otherwise, the century is really good, with the exception of specify which century. It's the 12th. Proto-guilds begin forming in the 1100s, and they're extremely well established by the late 1200s, early 1300s.
I apologize.
Anyone who flouts the law or abandons morality will meet the same fate.
Well, if it weren't for this whole place being super rainy and kind of miserable, this place would be great. Okay, I kind of love that there are wild animals in here, and that these wild animals also are not super well maintained. This is unfortunately pretty common. Hello, Geldschuh.
What's new? Oh ja, es gibt ein paar Neuigkeiten. Schwertmeister Menhard von Frankfurt just recently König Wenzel sent him here to teach.
Schwertkampf.
But there is some problem, and they will not receive him at the if you are interested. Und ich habe auch gehört, some woman wants to fix up the house.
And I have also heard.
That used to be, dann versuchen Sie. Maybe she. Und ich hätte da auch noch ein kleines. But you have to do it quickly and reliably. Das wird sicher nicht leicht. Und das war's?
Sounds interesting.
All right. Dankeschön. He has a small job. Really, I just want to figure out where Musa is. That's like the only guy that I super duper care about. Alright, let's pull a bunch of stuff out of off our horse. Like, say, the Knight's Shield. And one of our 2 pistols. And our old hunting crossbow. And our bassinet. And our hound skull. And our mail coif. And our Saxon hauberk. And our black and cuirass. And our Saxon plate legs. Beautiful. Hello.
Was möchtest du?
I'll have a look at the...
We're going to sell a bunch of stuff. It's going to be great. How much do you have? 808. We can sell a lot of this stuff. $351. 518. Oh, you don't care about my pistol. That's understandable, actually. I guess I should have gone to the gunsmith for that. Now, what are you buying? Ah, they're pretty. Wait, hang on. They're so pretty. A bassinet with an aventail is just better than what we've got. Another bell-shaped kettle hat that's just better. Italian baskinets. Ooh. Can I not see what these look like? Why do you not let me see what these look like? Thank you. They're so expensive, though. Holy shit, look at that Nuremberg bassinet. Or the Noble's bassinet. A Saxon kettle hat. A spined kettle hat. I mean, that's a great kettle hat. A tall kettle hat. Cuirass with folds. A long hauberk. A Kastenbruch. A Magdeburg cuirass. Milanese brigandine. There's so many things. There's so many. Good God, how are we supposed to afford any of these? Like, I love it. How are we supposed to afford any of these? We do have 1363. We do have over 1300, so we could try. But, like, we're gonna really struggle. For minimal gain. I'm gonna be honest. We do not gain a lot for our efforts here. If we do this. I'd rather spend it on... like our Nuremberg gauntlets. Whew. Like, the long hauberk's about as good as we can get. As I would feel okay spending. Which is a lot of benefit. But it is also incredibly heavy. Or we equip the Italian hauberk. And then we see what we do. If we do that, we could sell this other Saxon hauberk.
I'd like to do something...
Yeah, finally.
And we get an even... We get an even 400. And I believe we now have a Italian hauberk that can go where our other one used to. Actually, under this one we'll put on an Italian hauberk. So we have something resembling real armor. There we go. And we still received 400 groschen, which means we have all sorts of new powers. We discovered a blacksmith.
out against the Meister. No
What are you doing?
Berg is as good as Menhard.
I am here for anyone who
All
wants
right.
to learn the true
I'll challenge
art
him.
of the
Good.
Langschwert.
Menhard is over there not far. Tell him.
Okay.
I heard that there are some Hitler here in Stuttgart. Let them step forward.
Rain or shine, our
Hello.
Riesen sei der Herr. What do you need?
Who are you?
Ich bin Menhard.
Uh-huh.
And with whom?
Henry.
Heinrich. Sehr schön.
Uh-huh.
He contributed to the founding of the Heiliges Römisches Reich.
Yeah.
Since you can prove you too possessed when you show me.
I'd like to challenge you.
Wunderbar. But the Schwerter will be blunt, yeah?
Yeah.
Aber kein Harnisch. No armor. Only clothing.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Gut.
Okay. Well, we shall do it this way then. Radzik Kobela's longsword. And we'll take off this. And do we have a gambeson? Yes.
All right.
Good. How about
A Veta.
for some grosch?
No.
Yeah.
We're not going to work up a sweat for nothing.
Good. We have spoken enough. Go, Heinrich.
Oh. He rolled me. Yep. Good work. He is very, very good. I don't even feel bad about losing. We're just training.
You know full well you've no right to conduct the art of sword fighting here. That's the
Aw.
privilege of our brother.
Oh, right. He's a guild.
I am Meister of Longsword. You well know this right we have from the charter of your King Wenzel himself.
Meister
Yeah?
Menhard, let me remind you that your petition
Guild,
was
drama,
discussed
guild,
by the
drama,
town
guild,
council,
drama,
and
guild,
your
drama.
claim was rejected.
That decision was not just, and it went against the will of your king.
It's no use arguing, Deutscher. The
Uh-huh.
council represents the king, and the council has decided in his name.
Okay.
Nicholas of Prague here is also a master longswordsman, and we don't need another.
Oh,
Any more than we
but
need your
what if we
foreign
had what if we had drama
So I will
between
face you, Nikolaus, or any other man. We shall see then who is der wahre Meister and who is just full of hot air.
But
I'm ready when you are, Master Menhard. No, I forbid any dueling here.
Master Nicholas, do not allow yourself to be provoked by this German cock-baiting.
Uh-huh.
No doubt where they come from, they would rather hack each other in the streets than respect law and order.
But how are you supposed to establish a fancy school and earn your living as a side gig?
If anyone is to clash swords here, it will only be when our brotherhood convenes a tournament, not when some Hundsfott feels like it.
Fick dich, du Metzgerschwein.
Enough of this, all of you.
Uh-huh.
The council has decided this matter, and I
Aw.
won't waste any more
But
time
what if we
with your
wasted
squabbling.
But what if we had violence in the streets? But what if we had violence in the streets instead?
You've infringed on our regulations, and it's not the first time. You'll pay a fine.
Scheiße. That is ungerecht. Not just.
And you will be banished from the town, so that nothing like this happens again.
That's fair.
Wait a moment, Counselor. You might not know it, but Menhard here comes from a noble family. His uncle is the brave knight, Alberic von
Feildorf.
Right. And as a noble, he must be tried according to city law.
Don't imagine...
Henry.
Don't imagine, Henry, that the Gutenberg counselors are incapable of keeping order.
So this is
even among
super
the
drama.
nobility. But we are also capable
This
of
is super
brutally
drama
showing
because the counselors of
magnanimity
Gutenberg are
and
not
restraining
nobles.
hostility between the classes. This time we'll let it go with just a warning. You will not be banished from the town, but I warn you.
Okay, this is so good.
It will not be overlooked.
Ich verstehe, Ratsherr. Yes.
Good.
This is so good.
Nevertheless, you have actually been conducting the art of sword fighting illicitly. You shall therefore pay a fine, to which the Kutenberg Sword Fighting Brotherhood will be entitled for the infringement of their right.
I love this drama.
Also applies to your
Shit.
eloquent spokesman, Henry.
Counselor, that would be all well and good if things were as you say, but that's not actually how it is. Because Meister Menhard here was not conducting any sword fighting art.
Horse shit! What else would you be meeting up here with swords for, eh?
If he had actually been conducting the art of sword fighting, but Master Menhard here was only defending his honor in a duel because I wronged him.
Yeah, that is true.
Totally.
Every man has the right to defend his honor. But tell me, how exactly did you offend Master Menhard so inexcusably that it came to swords?
Ooh, how do we do this?
I promised Menhard a horse, but he hurt his leg on the way. Menhard didn't want a lame horse, and he asked for his coin back.
Richtig, du Dieb.
I didn't want to pay him back, so I ran off. Only
Now we're just making shit up, but I do love it.
Das stimmt.
I understand. But remember next time, Menhard, take a stick to a thief, not a sword. Unless you want to end up in trouble yourself.
Verstanden, Ratsherr. Danke.
Now, admittedly, we kind of screwed ourselves.
Let us finish dealing with this matter. We are lodging in the Schenkel Kaiser Karl, not far from here on Merchantstrasse.
Yeah?
We will discuss our business there.
Okay. So, that was incredible. I regret nothing. I do not regret getting distracted and beat up at all. Because, oh my god, that was so good. So, there's a bunch of layers to this drama that they kind of touched on, but didn't really. 1. Dueling is in this period very highly regulated. It will become more highly regulated in the coming centuries. But, you know, it is true, prescribed in law, that there is rules about this. However, there is a push in this period that's becoming more and more prominent towards restricting duels to cases when ordered by a judge. We're not there yet, and so a duel would be completely fine. Give it 100 years, and you start seeing a move into extrajudicial dueling as a cultural thing that city authorities have a massive problem trying to handle, and instead you see more and more elaborate, tournament duel books and judicial duel books. Thing 2, the city council. The city council is basically an organization of representatives of all of the guilds within a city. So there might be individual town councilors who meet at the rat house who are of noble birth, but for the most part these are what we call burghers, or free, wealthy townspeople. They are in charge of governing the city. Imperial cities, like Kutnahora, are not owned by someone, right? Let's compare this to the Trotsky region, where Troskowitz was actually owned by the city, or owned by Otto von Berghoff, and Tachov had to very carefully negotiate its rights in order to make most of the town free and tenants instead of serfs. That's not true in Kuttenberg. Kuttenberg is completely, it is free. If you buy a plot in Kuttenberg, you are not in vassalage to or a tenant of a lord. You can buy that property outright. In fact, if a serf moved to Kuttenberg and could live there for over a year, they would become free. That being said, nobility still get extra privileges under town laws. So the councillors right, here are really chafing against that, but the fact that they can't be tried under regular city rules because they're nobility actually is a pain in the ass for everyone and makes no one happy. 4. Master drama. Different schools, right? So there are very few people whose sole job is to be a professional swordsperson. There are some, but there aren't that many. If you do, you either make a living as a professional adventurer, or you make it as a Landsknecht, who's also somewhat a professional mercenary adventurer, or you do it as a side gig, right? So a German longsword person, unless if they are independently wealthy, might also be a tailor. In fact, one of our most famous German longsword masters was a tailor as his day job and then taught evening classes on how to fight with a longsword. Or rapier, or weapon of choice. But you do have some independently wealthy longsword masters who are wandering around setting up their own schools, teaching people with evening classes. Fencing lessons are extremely popular across everyone who could afford a sword. Not just nobility, not just the ultra-wealthy, everyone who could afford a sword loved some fencing lessons. And the messy drama when 2 longsword masters found competing schools in the same town is extremely messy. And I love it. So they just really encapsulated all of that extremely well. And holy moly.
Fuck you and your Groschen, du Feigling.
You could kiss my ass.
Count yourself lucky you had your pals. Otherwise, we'd have dragged you out of town with our teeth.
Dummheit! You would lose your teeth blitzschnell and end up on your arse.
Stop this shit, all of you. I'm sure you all have better things to do. So off you go.
And look, so the sword fighting guild is the cobbler, right? The Rathaus member of the cobbler, the butcher, the longsword master. Very good. Very, very good.
Excuse me?
I enjoyed that immensely. Armorer. Now, all I'm missing to have a very good time is to locate my buddy Musa, who I definitely know is somewhere in this town, and may or may not be main quest tied. I don't actually know this. And the guild houses are painted with the coat of arms right there. This should be the sword fighting club. The cobblers have their own thing painted, and you have an enclosed courtyard here. Right, you enter the guild building. You've got it here, you've got the shop there. You're going to have private workrooms and stations around. I wonder if you'll let me...
I'll have a look at...
I wonder if you'll let me sell some stuff. I have a knight's pouch. Oh, wow. Noble gloves. Noble gloves, noble gloves. Various harnesses. I actually want to sell a couple of things on our horse. Oh shit, they're on our horse, so I can't sell them. Dang nabbit. What do we have for new shoes? Pointy shoes! We can have nice fancy boots. We can have courtier's boots. We can have burger shoes with the nice buckles. Or we can have pointy shoes. Look at how pointy they are. Look at them. They just keep going. Have I ever been to Brussels? I have not. It is one of the many, many places that I wish to go eventually. Alright, we will haggle about the price.
Talk about the good.
Even 20? Even 20. Yeah. Good. Now we go into our fancy outfit. Fancy outfit, let's go. Actually, I'm not even persuaded that our fancy outfit benefits from these new shoes. I mean, they're good, but they're not as good as our burger shoes. You know? Or our courtier's boots. I like the courtier's boots more. So we'll instead head over here and put our firm boots on our other two outfits. There we go. I do want to find the tailor. There they are. Look at that. And they're all on the same street, so you can just walk down to whatever guild you wanted.
He always comes. Good evening.
What do you have for sale?
Oh. Oh. Oh no. What have we done? Oh. Oh, we are in it now. Oh, we are so in it now. Chat. Fashion Souls time. Fashion come Deliverance, right? Yeah, no, we're so here for it. What is our current one? Our current one is okay. Our current hats are all okay. But, oh dear. Let's get through this and we can really enjoy this. Can you wear a hood and chaperone so you can wear two hoods at the same time? You absolutely can. You absolutely can. You cannot wear a hat in the chaperone, but you can wear a hood in the chaperone. Which, of course, the chaperone, as AC points out, is just a hood that you're wearing incorrectly. That's how it starts. It gets fancy. They distinguish themselves by the 15th century, but it starts off as a hood that someone decided to wear sideways. And it's very funny. So we have the option of a brocade hood, which is dyed, has an extremely long tail, and has a gold brocade, and is made out of green. So that's fun. Burgers are not with noblemen and definitely prefer worsted wool to brocade, but what of it? When you have money, you have to show it, don't you? You so do. They're so correct. You do have to show it. We could switch out to a hat with peacock feathers in it. We could switch out for a chaperone with a fancy brooch. We could have a nobleman's hood. Finest worsted wool, well cut and carefully stitched. We could have a nobleman's hat, which is made out of rabbit fur, has patterned fabric, and has a brooch with jay feathers. We could also upgrade our coat to be a fancier burger coat. Like, I mean, it's very similar, except this one's just better. Right? Look at the buttons on this. There are so many of them. We could wear a pourpoint instead, which is an undershirt, so we can't even see it over the coat. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. We could have an embroidered coat and go back to the red and gold. We could have an embroidered shirt in a beautiful maroon. We could have a noble's gambeson to be really fancy. We can have ornate Waffenfox. Short pourpoint. Oop, in black. Shoutouts to it needing to specify which one's black. We could upgrade our gloves to be all sorts of good colors. We could have courtier's hose if we really wanted to be fancier. We could have all sorts of things for them. Really, the hoods are where the fancy is at, isn't it? So much of our oomph comes out of the fanciness, out of the fancy outfits, or the fancy hoods. Because a lot of the other stuff, if you're wearing a coat, well, you can't see underneath it to see the embroidered shirt. Can I unequip that? No. You do love the half and half on some of these coats, or on the Waffenfrocks, Right, there is some really good stuff in there. You're absolutely right. The nice surcoats and options. Sadly, we can't see underneath those, so I can't really see how the burger poipon looks. But I'm debating. See, the problem is that that coat's not all that good. I really like that. Let me cook. Hang on, I'm thinking. We buy that. We buy that. Actually, no, we buy this one instead. Neither of those are incredible, but they're both good. And we buy that. And then we buy that. And then we see what we can sell, and we realize that it's really nothing. Wait, what were we doing that we managed to ruin our burger coat that bad? Very weird. Then we're gonna sell some of this other stuff. And then we're gonna haggle.
I'd like to sure.
I'll try and get for a even 300. And now we hit the fashion button. Watch this. We're gonna hit the fashion button really hard. If they weren't bloodstained, then I would hit those noble quilted trousers every day. Let me see if I can buy one more. Let me see if I can buy one more. What do you have for our... I wasn't paying attention. What do you have for good hose? And we didn't get gloves. I realize our problem, we forgot to buy gloves. And so we'll play the... What do we play the gloves off of? I think we play the gloves off of the red in the hat. And so we'll haggle. Alright, AC, thank you so much for stopping by. I very much appreciate. Yes, we are spending a lot of cash. So look, we are spending a lot of cash for a dubious benefit. But it's absolutely worth it. Look at how stylish we are.
Should be ashamed, letting people see you like that.
Now chat. Oh, sorry, wrong button. I hit the go fast button instead of the go slow button. Now we just have to find a place to wash up. Now we just have to find a place to wash up, and we're going to be so in it. We're going to be so in it. Now, by the way, this game does the level of fancy in this whole outfit extraordinarily well. Right? This town is simultaneously extremely colorful and honestly just not that colorful. And that is as it should be. Right? It is not the case that this town is immediately, eternally, and ridiculously wealthy all the time. And that is just plastered in color.
Good day, sir.
No doubt. No worries.
Good day to you. I was just about to close up shop. Well, you got here just in time.
We'll just confirm with that.
Happy to be.
And then we'll see what you can buy. Well, I want to see what I can sell first, but I think it may be time for us to get rid of this axe. As much as I like it, as much as I like having an axe instead, it just may be time to get rid of it. I'm sorry, it's so sad, but it is what it is. Luckily, none of these swords are superior to what we've got, so I don't need to feel bad. Ooh, look at the warhammers. Oh, the warhammers are so good. Wait, look at that. We've got a dagger mace. It's got... The dagger mace has a forged hand gripping the dagger. Look at it. There's a little tiny hand holding on to the dagger. A beautiful flanged mace. A beautiful horseman's pick. The warhammers are... I mean, it's a long spike on it, but it's not like it's ridiculous. That's just a good warhammer. The raven's beak with the extra point on the tip. Right, the generic warhammer is the one that's too big, but the lavish warhammer is fantastic. We've got a bardiche. Perfect. Look at how brutal that thing is. Look at how absolutely devastating the bardiche is. That'll mess you up and you won't even, like, know what hit you. A bill hook. A poleaxe. Bunch of recipes to be able to make stuff. Really lovely knight shields. But luckily we are completely committed.
I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Wait, did I not sell stuff correctly? Okay, I did sell what I was trying to. Good.
I hope you'll find what you're looking for next.
Good. Wonder if those carvings are based on real artifacts? Yes, they are. The Musée de l'Armée in Paris is a great place to visit if you want to see some weird as hell weapons. If you want to just get absolutely rolled by how many silly weapons there are. A drink stand. Look at that! He's got pretzels and
for some fine wares. Come
hops.
and take your pick.
I think he's got hops. And they're selling street food.
Good evening.
I'll have a look.
They're selling street food. That includes bacon and beer and bread and cracklings. Variety of drinks, variety of other things.
I apologize.
So ugly, it would make a blind man
Like, but yeah, right? Towns in this period are, you know, lavishly decorated, extremely fancy, quite tall. Should be climbing out a bit more into the street, in my opinion. But, like, that's an extremely small detail. And full of all sorts of stuff. At the same time, they are not, you know, colored past the point of taste, nor is every building colored. There's a lot of exposed wattle and daub half timber, and there's not a lot you can do about it. And so it's good that they're striking that balance, right, between things being extremely decorated, extremely good, and then all of that decoration, all of that sign having shades of subtlety and usage and wear and tear on it that is pushing it back towards a little bit drabber, a little bit duller. Furthermore, we're just going up here for the sake of the view. Furthermore, I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of these stalls were kind of run down. There was a lot of shit in the streets. Right? There was a lot of shit and mud in the streets. And that is also part of the medieval city experience. Cities are filthy places. And getting to see that, right? It's not, the roads are unpaved, there's mud everywhere, even my fancy new boots are immediately filthy, there's just piles of refuse in the middle of the road, there were exposed latrines, Mud is sniffing all of the sniffs. Mud is sniffing all of the sniffs all of the time. Mud has so many sniffs to sniff. And so yeah, even though you have all of these absurd, extremely good Barbicans, gates, running around, right, at the same time, the tracks are rutted very deep. They're kind of pasted over with stones, but the stones aren't really stopping it. There's mud and straw and shit everywhere. People are just leaving refuse in the streets. If someone gets into a fight, the blood's going to be left in the street. If you have a latrine up on the top floor like this, or even if you don't, you're going to be throwing your chamber pots out of the window right there into the street.
A fountain? Where does the water come from? Here, in the middle of the city.
Etc. 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 So right, it's just incredibly... There's construction everywhere. Made out of rickety timber. People get injured. There's beggars and drunkards all the time. People will vomit in the streets and it just won't get cleaned up because it's not done. All of that is just part of the experience. And so you just kind of gotta accept it.
What are you doing here?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Some things will change and some things will stay very much the same, right? It's hardly like, right, it's not like this is really that different or that rare. We're not talking earth-shattering things, but they're doing a really good job on rendering it. And so the only things that are missing, really, in my opinion, on how they're running this city, is that there's two main improvements that they can make. Improvement 1. Improvement 1 would be that you can and should have diegetic music, right? People singing a more richly rendered soundscape, basically, right? Hearing animals from slightly farther away, people song drifting out of enclosed courtyards, all that jazz. The thing that we don't have, that I'm really glad we don't have, is a smellscape.
I apologize.
I do not want a smellscape. I am quite happy with that one. Because, good God, this place would reek. This place would smell so bad. It would not be a good time. We would not enjoy ourselves. Heck, I'm in a private area. Don't really want to be in a private area. I want to book a night, actually. Can I book a room?
At your service, sir.
What? An artisan?
What's taking so long?
Where is the innkeeper? Is she directly above our heads? Is the innkeeper directly over our heads? That would be annoying. How am I supposed to book? How am I supposed to book a place to stay if you're not going to give me a place to stay? Nope, it does say down. It does say she's on this floor. Alehouse maid, sorry. Where's your innkeeper so that I could book a room for the night? I would like to book a room for the night.
Greetings.
That's just a place to play some dice. I don't really want to play some dice. Alehouse maid, alehouse maid. Seriously. Where's the innkeeper?
Where's the stay gone? What about my marriage vows? If the Lord
Here it is. Why are you just standing there? Come over here. I won't take no for an answer.
Why? Vlah? What's your deal?
Praise the Lord.
What's up? Do you miss anything after the guild meeting? Fashion?
You wouldn't have. I'll tell you. Set yourself.
What's this shop about?
A count lad. A strong bloke. I can see you're not for tea. And that's just luck. I'm Vlad. Gaffer of the St. Anthony. Yackers. Aye? There's a heap of shafts here. In the only now, our festival is coming up, and there's always some backcast around it.
Backcast, you say? Tell me more.
Aye, trouble. Fash. Shootfest. And every shaft has its own champion. But this year it's fucked. And the Saints...
What are these Saints?
Yaggers from the All Saints shaft.
Yeah?
They've had a howfing scene before, but no,
I don't understand the word he's saying.
That's bollocks. They only have themselves. So now he's all worked up that they. So we need a fella that the Saints, someone who can get in their alehouse. There'll be a heap of chink in it for you.
All right.
What is your standard?
It's a red and white stang,
Yeah.
like a pole with a carving.
Where can I?
No bother. It's in the Italian Quarter near the upper church.
All right.
An Italian quarter.
Church camp.
The Saints meet and play dice beneath the. There's only one way in from below.
All right. Where's the entrance?
On the slope, right below the paths of the attic.
All right.
I'm glad to hear it. You'll definitely get a nice boyfriend, but
Yeah.
be careful.
Thanks.
Take care.
I'm not gonna do that. I want to be real. I'm not gonna do that. I really just wanna. That's a townswoman. I really just want to find a place to stay the night.
I'm sorry.
Where is this innkeeper? Like, I'm just looking to book a room. I need an innkeeper who's actually, you know, present.
Here you go.
In order to do that. Either that, I'm going to be walking to the other side of town to get back to my inn. As Scottish as Moravian, what's Yorkshire? Great question. Wish I could tell you. Fine, I guess I'm going to go to a different inn since there's no innkeeper here to let me book a room. Oh, there we go. This is what I expected it to do. I expected more houses to be doing this. You see how the first floor and the second floor are, the second floor sticks out farther into the street than the first floor?
May God give you health, sir.
That's something they had to start regulating by the end of the Middle Ages, especially in early modernity, because people would just build out 3 or 4 stories, each one higher than the last, and so streets could get incredibly claustrophobic in some medieval cities. Turns out that's bad, because you know what really likes claustrophobic, closely built together wooden structures? Well, I'm heading towards the outside of town. Heck, let me head into town. And we'll try and find ourselves another inn. Fire. Yep. You're so right. Turns out lots of things get burned down. And after a while, you get tired of it burning down, and then you start passing laws to try and prevent the circumstances that cause it to all burn down. Oh, heck. That wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to just put that away. Why did I get one for Charles IV? Right now. Oh, because it's the Emperor Charles Tavern. That's a good reason.
I apologize.
Can I speak to the innkeep? Mr. the innkeep, I would like a room. Because it is getting late, and I can't do shit. Townsman, townsman. Apprentice, innkeeper hovel.
Welcome. But of course, and
Just for one night.
I'll give you.
I'll pay for a night.
Agreed then. Your bed's ready.
Great.
Where can I? On the second floor, right across from the.
Okay, Green Reef.
Nothing much.
Alright.
Have a nice evening.
Perfect. Up on the second floor.
I apologize.
Sorry. We need to find second floor. Do you mean upstairs, upstairs? Yeah. Okay, they do ground 1 too.
My respects. I'm sorry.
Also, I haven't eaten food. I should eat food first. Both IRL and not IRL. Oh gosh, have we already been going for 4 hours? Good golly. What do you mean there was some food in the pot? Alright, we've got lovely bread in process. We've got lovely, lovely spices being ground up. We've got a cabbage. We've got roast chicken, sweet pancakes, more bacon. Plenty of depictions of Charles. An in-house butcher. All sorts of stuff. There's a lot to like here. There's a lot what's very good. Could I eat from one of these pots? Yes, I can eat from this pot. There we go. Oh goodness, if we're not full yet, we'll have to eat again. Now.
I mean, Christ, pardon me.
Ah, we're so fancy. People are apologizing when we bump into them. Isn't it great? We're in an extremely comfortable bed. We look fantastic. We're so fancy. We're so cool. And we can spend a whole day here in Gutenberg. Ah, what a beautiful morning. It's so good. Ooh, since we booked the room, we can actually take all the sausage. What a nice view, right? That's what I'm saying. Is this a private area? Good, it is not. It's got architectural plans for the... Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. It's got architectural plans for the church steeple. That's very silly, but very good. Obviously, the inn like this should not have that. That would be the master in charge of the building of the church, the master stonemason, would be given lodging at city expense, and it probably would not be at an inn. The city or the local stonecutters guild would provide a house for the master smith.
Look here, Menhard.
Warte! First the Geld you owe me for the Pferd.
Third? The horse? But I only made that up to get the councillor off our backs.
Vielleicht, aber everyone heard you, so pay up!
You're joking.
Naja, just ein kleiner joke.
Thank you.
Auf jeden Fall, thank you for standing up for us and dealing with Fridush. It is good we do not have to leave the town or pay any Geld to those fools.
Okay.
Auf jeden Fall. It is not over yet with those Kuttenberger Fechter. It is not possible that a Meister such as I...
Richtig. Es muss Gerechtigkeit geben.
Yeah.
Ja, genau.
Just the bare bones, please, so I know what I'm getting into.
Can we get wash up, by the way? Yeah.
I have a charter from King
Yeah.
Wenzel.
Yeah.
Set up here and lead a Bruderschaft der Fechter.
Okay.
Aber the Kuttenbergers invited Meister Nikolaus aus Prague and set up their own Bruderschaft.
Yeah, a Bruderschaft, a fencing
the
school.
Stadtrat confirmed it and rejected our right. Vielleicht because Sigismund is here and King Wenzel is captured. And also the Metzger Emmeram has much influence.
Yeah.
That is why I muss mich duellieren with Nikolaus and the anderen.
Yeah, to defend your good, your name and your right.
Aber they have...
But our right remains. The Charta vom König...
Ja, we cannot...
Menhard.
Yeah.
Ich habe dis Idee.
Aber Problem ist, we need a third man. Aber jetzt Schicksalsschmeiß upon.
Nice of him to swap into check specifically for us to know he needs a third one.
Heinrich will greifen us an der Arme. Ein einfacher kleiner Einbruch.
What's he saying?
We need your help, Heinrich.
Why? I want to know what this is about.
Look here. If you want me to go breaking in and
why are we being recruited to go breaking and stealing?
I understand you. It is not exactly stealing. We'll just borrow something from the Kuttenberger Fechter. We cannot do it ourselves. You will not get in any trouble from this. I promise. Believe me. We will.
I won't steal. You can count me.
Verdammt, Heinrich. Do not worry. Besides.
All right.
Also, es ist einfach. You must into der Fechthalle einbrechen.
Manhart, help.
Manhart?
Es ist so.
Yeah.
You must break into their sword fighting hall and steal their Gildenschwert. Guild sword. You can recognize the sword sicher. It is surely a Meisterwerk.
That's a choice.
On the Rad, but no one must.
I'm starting to understand your plan. The Kuttenberg swordsmen display their guild sword on the town hall to announce that they're accepting challenges, right? Except they would never do that themselves.
Uh-huh.
So, we'll give them a little nudge. They won't be able to back down, and Menhard will get the duel he wants.
Exactly, Heinrich. I see you know a lot about Fechter traditions.
Yeah, no, Henry summed it up pretty good.
Where do I find?
Natürlich hier in Kuttenberg.
Yeah.
There on the corner is the Badehaus of Herr Adam.
Yeah.
The Fechthalle, the sword fighting hall.
They can't say it was stolen because that would be dishonorable.
Small Burg on the Burgenstraße. Hradek Quarter. Du wirst sie leicht finden.
All right.
Wunderbar. The main thing.
Yeah.
Gut.
I mean, we're not going to do that because, no thank you. Okay, can I... Is there a place I can... wash up out here? A trough, maybe? Okay, take a trough if I can't get to a bath. There was a bath not that far away, wasn't there?
See, that's what bothers me.
Well, who's looking for me? I haven't done anything.
I get a bad feeling when nothing's going wrong. Don't our learned physicians have a name for that?
I believe it's called boredom.
What? I'm not bored.
If you've got time to worry about everything that could go wrong, you're bored.
I don't know why I'm being looked for. Oh good, there's someone standing right out there, and then there's a bathhouse right over here. Great. Great. There's all sorts of stuff happening in this town. But if we go straight down this way and then hang a right, we should have another quest. Quick, bet mud, any suspicion will instantly dissipate. You're so right. Hello. Caspar Rudolph, who are you?
What are you doing here?
What does it look like? I'm handing out wine from my vineyard.
You're giving it away for free?
My vineyard is new, and so I figured I'd pour...
Free wine?
My thoughts I'm curious.
Well, it's not the best wine I've ever had.
Forgive me, Goodman, but say no more. In vino veritas, and the truth in... An idiot whose wife is cuckolding in...
Oh jeez, no, hang on, we just met.
My wine tastes like
Don't...
dog piss as well.
Don't trauma dump on us. We took one sip.
Fucking monks selling their wine everywhere they can.
True.
I might have a chance.
The monks have a great brewing industry going.
Is there anything I could do to help you?
With the dog pissing in my boots? Well, not sure. Piss in my boots again the next morning.
I meant you're...
Oh, I see.
No, I'm not.
Allow me to introduce myself.
Uh-huh.
Caspar Rudolph, vineyard
Yeah,
owner.
Caspar.
Maybe you could help me, Henry. I'm looking for someone who can...
Sure, why not?
The monks in Setlet's monastery make excellent wine. They call it the monastery secret.
Okay.
People can't get enough of it.
Right.
No, it won't. The custodian of the monastery vineyard
Yeah.
has a relative in town. And this Havel is a real
Yeah.
know-it-all when it comes to... If you were to pose as a sommelier who's just come back from abroad...
You want me to be smellier?
Not smellier, sommelier. It's a wine expert. It'll be easy. I have some books about wine. Havel's a bit thick anyway.
Alright.
Do you really think Havel would just...
Havel really is a bit thick. Either the monks have a...
Yeah.
The book might come...
When I said I have it, that...
Go on.
The book belongs to me, but I lent it to someone, and she hasn't... Miss Adleta Manlika should have it. I lent it to... Which has come to an end.
Uh-huh.
It's awkward for you to go...
It won't... Adleta used to have rather more friends than might be... But her
'Kay,
family's
yep.
patience ran out, so they arranged her marriage, and since then,
Yep.
Adleta has been confined to her room and guarded.
And you want me to...
Well... Yes.
He's the
Master
swordsmith's daughter.
Manlika has a
Oh,
house in
Christ.
Car Street. Adleta is either locked in her room or walks in the gardens behind the Italian. The Manlikas don't...
It doesn't matter.
Great.
Do you have any...
They're monks, so it could be anything. Maybe they put the...
Oh, they don't do that.
Excellent. And don't forget, you look like you can handle it. Well, good sir.
Christ. Let me just wash up. That's all I care about. Let me just wash up. Also, the fountain is beautiful.
Fountain? Where does the water come from? Here, in the middle of the city.
What happened to hey, hello, before you trauma dump? Right? Hi, hello, my dog pissed in my boots. Incredible. Incredible work for all of them. Alright, well, we've really poked around the whole town here, haven't we? We have a bridge we can cross. Looks like there's actually a few different things. There's a kind of a little more fortified area there. I'm not sure where the Italian quarter is. But there is plenty of just really love... Oh, there's also a smaller church over up if I go along the wall. Let me do that. Did he do that? Ask us for that in exchange for absolutely nothing? Yep. Nope, you heard that precisely correctly. He promised us absolutely nothing in exchange for our help. Look at how lovely and large all of these are. Yes, quite. NPCs these days. Ah, shit, I walked straight through the mud. Did I walk the complete wrong direction? I did. I walked the absolute complete wrong direction like a dummy. That is the bar where the standard is being kept. You're so right. But I'm just picking up quests to see if we have interesting things happening. Town Square. There's the rat house. With Prague's clock. Some beautiful, beautiful wagons. Lots of stalls. Look at that. With, like, good weather now. You can really... Oh.
Not only have they not been repaired, people are stealing the stones. Suddenly everyone's got to pay.
Oh. Hey, AC Esquire is gone, damn it. I'll read the doctrine of characters and symbols depicted on coats of arms governed by fixed rules, and the relevant know-how was privy to nobles and knights. It was a necessity because Europe of that time had so many noble families they simply could not be memorized. By applying heraldic symbolism and rules, however, the wearer and his dynasty could be identified from his battle pennants and coats of arms. Simplified heraldic symbolism was also used on the arms and equipment of an urban militia, attire of the soldiers of a feudal lord. That's an inoffensive explanation. That works for me. I mean, there's some lovely stuff there. That's Prague, by the way. Those 3 towers, that's Prague. Yeah, so that's actually Prague's Old Town clock. But I love the fresco work on the top of this. Yeah, I know I'm ignoring all the people selling stuff. All the ceramics. But look at how good the Old Town Square is here. In a little bit later period, this will all end up being paved. So that's when you get cobblestone squares all across here. So you end up with this massive square that's just got rows and rows of stuff with extremely elaborate decoration all around it. Ooh, look at this road. In this period, it still is unpaved or paved with sawn in half logs of wood. It's done perfectly. Like, I don't use that term lightly, but really the Old Town Square of Kutna here is done perfectly. And the game crashed. Well, we didn't lose too much progress, but, you know, we're at almost 5 hours of stream. The city's too good. The city's simply too good. We got a save not that long ago, so at least we're not losing very much progress. But I think, right, it got self-conscious. And so we shan't push it. We shall simply be like, wow, that was really cool. We did not get to meet Musa, but that's okay. I suspect he's main story related. So we'll have to push on through the main story in order to meet him, most likely. Still, though, we got to see Kuttenberg. And it turns out they did it really good. I'm glad we got to see the Longsword Master drama. Because, yeah, there's a lot of really good, both character narrative drama and really good historical drama in that. And, man, just being in a city with all the extra decoration and oomph that being in a city allows was so very nice. I just wish that we could go inside the church. Because I wanted to see the bright, shiny, glowing Gothic cathedral. It would have been fun. Anyway, though, we're going to call it a stream here because it is getting late. I will see you all Friday for Assassin's Creed Shadows. Like, you know the drill. You know the drill. Assassin's Creed clock. We're less than a week away. So I hope you will all spread the word, and I will see you all then for that. And then if you do want to see more of this game, right, instead of or after Assassin's Creed Shadows, do let me know. We'll try and give Assassin's Creed a couple of weekends here, get far enough into the game to say something. But I'm always happy to return to this game. Now that we're like deep in it and we've got the fancy fashion, we're going to be having a good time. So yes, thank you all so much for tuning in. It was absolutely lovely. Take bets on the insanity. And I will see you all very soon. Okay? Ciao. And of course, extra special thanks to our patrons who make this possible. If you want to join them, click on the link in chat right now. Thank you also to Peter for tuning in to help us moderate. It is always appreciated. Again, I hope you all have a lovely evening, and I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.